and welcome to Don't Kill My Character presents Superhero Shenanigans. My name is Kate, aka Kate the Great Cosplays, and also Don't Kill My Character. I am the DKMC RPGs in chat tonight. Hopefully you can hear and everything is good. If not, just give a shout out in chat if any tech is not working as expected. Are we good? Can you hear us? I'm going to put that in chat right now. Also, going great. Thank you so much. So happy to have an active chat already. So happy to have people from the Green Ronin team in here. We'll be doing a giveaway of Green Ronin products at the break. So stick around, enjoy the story. I'm going to toss it to Claude.
Hi, I am Claude. I am going to be your game master for today. We are running a game of Mutants and Masterminds 3rd edition by the aforementioned Green Ronin Publishing. And yeah, ready to get things started. I will throw it next to Jackie.
Hey, I'm Jackie, and I'm playing Mecha Ochre. I am a part of an elite cyborg team that defends the Earth from evil.
I love it.
Throw it to someone else.
Oh, I'm throwing it to Grant.
Okay. Hey, I'm Grant, at Neredeath on most socials. And I'm playing Travis, or Revenant, as his real name is. He is a shadow controller with emotional baggage. So, super fun.
The most fun.
Throw it.
Toss it.
Go to Shannon.
Hello, I am Shannon. You can find me all over the internet at Imagine If, and I am playing Raven today. Both my name and my hero name, because I have everything all out there for everybody to see. No secrets, maybe. And I am going to throw it over to Extell.
Hello, everybody. My name is Extell. I'm blanking on who I am right now. Oh, I'm Extell, pronouns he, him. I'm playing Leo King, aka Ember, also he, him. Ember is a martial arts fighter turned hero with fire powers and a lot of bravado. And he's a himbo who loves a great time and loves adventure. And it's going to be just fine, I think. It's all going to be wonderful. So thanks for coming by. And I'll pass it to Kate.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch that because I introduced myself, but not my character. I am playing Marley, aka Tracker, who is a psychic empath that can read your thoughts and feel your feelings, and she really wishes that wasn't the case. She's so sorry about it.
And that is your lovely cast for tonight. It is a rotating cast game, so you will see these faces and others as we go through. But this is a fantastic group to start with, in my humble opinion. So, for today, we go to Emerald City, USA, located in Washington State, where our heroes reside. We are going to start off with Marley today. It is an unseasonably sunny day in the Pacific Northwest, late January. You find yourself on just a typical morning, but a little brighter and sunnier than usual, still rather chilly. What would Marley be up to on just a given day-to-day weekday?
Weekday, right. I probably then have a job that I'm going to today. I've been temping because it's an easy way to go in and out of jobs, and I get fired from like individual companies that are like, just don't send her back, rather than the company being like, we're firing you because I keep leaving work because my friends are superheroes and I'm one with them. Maybe, I don't know. I had this really cool talk with Leo King last week, and he was talking about, or maybe not last week, I don't know, but he talked about being a hero, and that was really interesting to me. Kind of, maybe that wasn't the interesting part about talking to him. I don't know, but I'm going to work, and that's totally what I'm focused on.
So what is the current job you're temping at then?
Right now I'm going to a dentist office. Their secretary was out for the day, and they just said they needed someone to be like, what's your name? Look up their information. So yeah, dentist, which is fine.
Gotcha. So you're Sorry, you're doing reception there? Is that what it was?
Yeah. Just
Okay.
I like front desk reception. Yeah, I'm not
Gotcha.
like actually a
I
dentist,
was like,
although
are you just picking up certifications?
no.
Like, okay, not that type. Running around just collecting all the jobs. So interestingly, today at the dentist office, you see someone from your last job, um, a patron. So what did you do before
Mm.
this?
Um. Oh, okay. I was working at a retail store. It was a higher end retail store that my parents know the company CEO, so they like just got me into the door of this store of it. Um, but they did not keep me because I didn't show up all the time, or I'd be like, I have to go and not good at explaining why.
Gotcha. Well, you recognize someone who walks in and he immediately like cocks an eyebrow because it's like at the other job. It's been like a couple weeks since you worked there, but yeah, this guy you remember him checking out, so you remember the name Lee Franks. He's a pretty well dressed guy in his 30s, but yeah, he's just like, hey, hey,
Hi.
Marley, right?
Yeah. Yep. And Lee Franks.
Oh, hey, sharp memory. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm
I'm
here
good.
for an appointment.
Yes,
You
right.
work
With
two jobs, or
oh no,
sorry if
I
sorry if that's too much to ask, but it's just funny running into you here.
well, part-time jobs and yeah, I guess if you really care a lot about who's at your dentist office, I'd or I'm just gonna I know your name. I can put that into the computer right now.
Appreciate it, and you
I
get the vibe that he is like happy to see you. A little surprised, but yeah, with your emotion sensing, it's definitely like a cool. Hey, it's a person I recognize. That's nice. Just
yeah.
just kind of like a warm feeling, nothing like strong or anything, but he's just like, cool, okay. And he just goes, sits down, and starts hanging out, and just checking things on his phone. How has been like hero life and everything? The balance between work and hero life been at this job?
So with just kind of being the equivalent of substitute teacher for front desk staff, I'm not at any one office too often, I feel like. So it's it's good that I don't have to be in the same place a lot because then I don't get too used to people or too disappointed when it's like this does not actually work. I think that this interaction of having someone happy to see me is a little bit unexpected. And Marley's just kind of gonna settle into the happy of that as she's typing, tip tapping at the keyboard. Maybe she puts some music on, changes the music in the room because it's some weird country music and she doesn't like it.
And you have, I I very much know how this is from places I've worked before. You had mentioned Leo King, aka Ember. It's been a few weeks since you had worked together last that we saw on the Superhero Origins stream. If you want to see all that and a great speech from a hero, go back and find that. But since then, have you worked together on anything? That's for
Ah,
both of you to decide. Yeah.
I would say that our paths just haven't crossed onto the same project since then. Um, yeah, I'd say that it hasn't come up that we both got a text or ended up in the same place. I don't know if Leo's on the same group chat. I do have his number, but I'm not gonna text because I don't know if we're just like work friends. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
Definitely
he's
know how
been
yeah.
that
busy
goes.
with heroing and other stuff, being a
I mean, like,
celebrity hero and all that stuff. So
yeah, every now and then I'll Google his name, and it does look like he's doing a lot. So I just don't want to bother him.
Absolutely understandable. Well, that's a great segue to see what Leo King has been up to and what he's doing on this fine morning.
As Marley Googles him again.
as for
Quick
what
Google
he's been
search.
up to, he's been doing what he's always done, and he's going around hero and doing the big and small jobs. Saving cats from trees, helping the old lady across the street. He's the classic hero. He loves to live up to that. As for what he's doing right now he has a dentist appointment, and I feel like he walks in to this place.
Fantastic.
And he's just wearing normal clothes. He's even got like a bag, like he just came from like the grocery store or something. Like he picked up some supplies he needed. And he walks in and he's like, "Oh hey."
Marley, to your surprise, Leo King
Wait,
just walked into the dentist office.
hello, sir.
How you doing, Marley?
I'm good. Do you have an appointment today?
Yes, I do. You know,
Cool.
it's important to keep your teeth clean. The fire kind of burns away most germs, so I'm actually really clean most of the time, but still got to be sure, in case any cavities. I'm not immune to those, that's for sure.
That's so interesting that like a dentist would need to specialize in superhero teeth. Not that that's specifically interesting to me, Marley, but just in general is a fun fact that you are sharing with me. Thank you. I know your name. I can look you up here.
It's
How
not a
have you
very
been?
busy day, but the few people that are there have taken notice because Leo is a known public figure here. So it's really just Lee who's here, and then there's like a mother with two kids, and the two kids are like instantly just like glued on, and Lee's kind of chuckling to himself as he's like looking at his phone, but he looks up at the interaction, and he's like, "Yep, that tracks." Um, and the kids run over and like say hi to Leo. Hey, um,
Oh, hello,
uh,
small
my
children.
my my mom says I can't talk to strangers, but I can talk to you because you're a superhero. Um, I
My
got
mom
to
has
miss
good
school today to
rules.
come here.
Oh yeah, the dentist. Are you
Yeah,
having
I mean I have
fun?
to go back after. But
Oh
yeah, I'm
yeah.
having fun. He's like a 7-year-old kid. He's just like, yeah, I get to miss school. It's pretty cool. And he's got like his little 4-year-old little brother with him. And they're just like, hey, can we take a picture with you? He's
Yeah,
like
sure.
waving the mom over to come take a picture. So they stand next to you for the picture as you check him into the office.
And I will squat down as low as possible to be as much on their level as I can.
Yeah, Leo's a pretty big guy, right? So kind
Yeah,
of towering.
he's like 6'2". He's pretty muscular too, so it's like this big wide man with these two small children, and he does like the bunny ears behind their heads.
Nice.
Marley absolutely laughs out loud at that. She starts giggling.
And yeah, the mother thanks you for the picture, takes the kids back. They're now just like giddy and like having trouble sitting still because yeah, they just met one of their big heroes. She also gives you a quick thanks. She's like, "Hey, there was a whole like little pile up thing that happened, and you actually got my cousin out of the car. So thanks."
I'm glad to hear he's safe. So
Yeah, yeah.
there's no problem.
Yep,
Anytime.
he's doing all right. Just got out of the hospital, and yeah. So thanks. Really cool having just someone that can swoop in and save the day like that. Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry, I'm not gonna
I'd like
bother
to
you
take
longer.
all the credit, but I'm not the only one doing that out there. There are many heroes out there, and you can tell that I want to look at my
The keyboard of the
but I
computer is
don't.
so fascinating right now. The keyboard is just really interesting.
But I'll just continue not looking at Marley, just saying there are many out there who risk their lives to help those in need, and I'm proud to be counted among one of them.
Oh, definitely. And one of those heroes is none other than Revenant. What is Revenant doing on this unseasonably bright and sort of sunny Emerald City day?
I've like sort of made Raven sit in the living room on the couch, and I will go into like kind of the foyer, and I'll go, "Tell me how this looks," and I'll do like the dark cloud burst in the foyer to completely fill it, and I'll like merge into the light in shadow form, and then merge back into mine. I'm like, "How cool is that?"
I liked it better when you did the spin.
Oh. But like
So,
from shadow into real, isn't that kind of intimidating? Won't that work? I just need to come up with a catchphrase.
Maybe if you're not smirking,
Well,
look more menacing.
that's my face.
True.
you work with what you got. That's so aside from practicing your theatrics, and with Raven, what are you two up to? And what have you been up to on the hero side of things?
So I probably
Also, as he
Yeah.
turns around, there's like a socks that's like stuck to his back that he doesn't know is there that I like static clinged on his back to make it so.
Fantastic.
I probably had like kind of quit the graveyard job and kind of devoted my extra time to learning how to research because of the information that was garnered regarding my past that could be. But we already know that the information is sparse as it is, and I was not a good student. So
Sometimes you gotta learn how to learn.
yes,
that's,
exactly.
That's what you've
So
been up to.
That's
I
been
like
my
that.
yeah,
Makes a lot of sense. You don't know what you don't know,
exactly.
especially if you don't know how to know it. Words of wisdom. Yeah, so you've worked with Sala, in this little dive into your backstory that was introduced in one of our superhero origins episodes. And yeah, you've been kind of delving into exactly where your power might have come from.
Yeah.
And so far, it's very much like you said, learning how to learn. Like you're figuring
Yeah.
out what sort of stuff you need to be looking for in the first place. The information has been hard to find. A lot of it is rumors, and you have to track those down and see if they're substantiated. And I suppose Raven has been helping you out with that sort of stuff.
Yeah, and Raven has definitely heard me be like, I've spent 2 hours reading this document, and it has nothing to do with what I know.
Why did I read this list of names related
Yeah,
to
there's-
other names?
There's
Related
been
to...
books thrown across rooms.
Luckily,
Raven will
Raven is
catch
able
so I
to
don't
catch
damage 'em.
them. Yeah,
Yeah.
either with her own skill or with her telekinesis.
Random snacks lay about.
And as far as have you had to fight any crime recently among the two of you? There hasn't been anything obviously like city scale, because we have shown that. But just like little things, are you doing patrols or anything like that?
I definitely have, because it's anything to get my name more out there.
That makes sense. Sometimes you gotta brood on the side of a building so that everyone can see you brooding on the side of a building.
Exactly, right in the
a big
spotlight.
cheesy
so I
grin.
can pretend I'm hiding, but not.
You have to do it at golden hours so the photos
Yeah,
and
it's like,
videos
you know
of it
this
are
is-
really good.
yeah.
I think there's been many times when you've caught Raven in the living room, just going through some, actually going through books and old tomes and things like that, doing some research, and also there's like a little TV on the wall that she's not really watching, but she knows he's going to be on the news later, so she wants to be able to mock him about something that happened during the episode. So there's been multiple incidents of that where a cat, really? Like, that's the best you could do? You know? Like...
Why is there not more danger that you're responding to? You
Yeah.
can't hate on him for that. It's not his call. But speaking of being on the news, Revenant, you have lined up today a meeting with the reporter Caleb Gardner.
Okay.
A notable TV presence in the area. And yeah, he's set up to have like a short little interview with you. They like to keep track of the heroes' goings on. So like Leo's been interviewed with him before. You've also been before, but this is like the first time it's not just him running to you on the street. He set it up last time, and yeah. So you've got to go down to the station actually today and like sit down and have like a little, not quite an expose, but just a quick little chat with him.
Sweet. I'll definitely dress to the nines, like Armani suit. It's the best I've looked in quite some time when I'm not researching and throwing things across this room.
Yeah, there was definitely a shopping expedition that happened where
The montage.
Yes.
yeah,
The glorious
exactly.
montage.
Yes. Yeah. Walk out, twirl, go back. No, what
Yeah.
that let me see that one again. Yeah. Quite a bit
Raven
of that.
shaking her head or nodding enthusiastically.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
The
really
whole
I'm just
thing.
there for the champagne that they're giving us because we've been there for so long. We've got champagne and snacks. So I
Wow,
keep making them go try
really-
something else on.
I was going to say, and then I believe Raven would have had to bankroll this outfit.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
no
Travis
question.
isn't all that wealthy and has just quit his job, actually.
Yep.
Only dependent on Raven.
Yeah.
I like that the group as a whole will slowly bleed out Raven's wealth rank and just until everyone's like, "Oh, we have to go get jobs."
Yeah.
So look forward to the job hunt art. It's perhaps the most
This is
relatable
super
thing
exciting,
we
Sean.
will ever put. Yeah, it's gonna be fantastic.
I'll be like, I have to sell the car.
So going from there, we actually cut to Emerald City once more, but a very different Emerald City. This looks a lot like what we've seen before, but instead of the seasonably unexpected brightness, it is in fact clouded, much clouded in shadow, as there's basically this giant obelisk of shadow in the center of the city, and the clouds are rolling forth from there. There's like streaks of darkness, and arriving at the edge of town is none other than one of the heroes of this world, Mecha Ochre. Mecha, describe yourself. And
So I've just come as quickly as I could to respond to this, and when you see me, I've got this black sort of shiny suit with highlights of bright orange that seem to pulsate with light that kind of run through the suit. I am looking around right now for my teammates. I kind of hold my hand up to my head and I say, Mecha Squad, I'm here. Where are you? Blue, Sage, Magenta, Ruby?
And Blue comes back over, Mecha Blue, who sort of like a brotherly figure to you, and he says, "We've arrived at our locations. We all split up to the different corners of the town, and Max will be running point on this. We'll say your normally shiny suit that looks pretty good is slightly battle worn right now, as you've all been responding to great threat by the one of the biggest bads you've had to face ever as a team. The Lord of Shadows has made a big move to conquer multiple parts of the country all at once, and it's kind of set up a stronghold here in Emerald City, and you're all converging at different points of Emerald City to distract him, and they have given you an important payload delivered. Max comes over and he's like, or he says, all right, so the device I built should be capable of destroying that obelisk. You just have to get there, set the charges, and go, but you're going to have to get close enough to do it. We're creating distractions on the outside with the rest of Mecha Squad, but you're the one we trusted to get this part of the job done. It's going to be tough. I know your cyber cycle is basically out of commission by the time you got there, getting through its forces. But we'll work on fixing that when this is all done, if we can get it done. So
Okay.
your job is to get in there. You're gonna run into a lot of his forces, and of course his Lieutenant Cole is running the show down there.
Oh,
Expect
Cole.
a showdown
Again?
with him.
What does this device look like?
It's a tiny box. It's got a similar like piping that you have on your suit, but running through it, it looks kind of like circuit boardy on each side.
Okay.
And it's, yeah. So it's really simple. He showed you how to do it. There's like, basically you just set the charge, and it'll go off. You just have to get out of range fast enough and you should be good. It's, he explained it, but it's even for you, the techno babble is a bit extreme. He's said stuff about like quantum something or other, and yeah, it's gonna teleport it away from this is the main thing, but also it's gonna like harness a ton of light to just blast everything out of this. So yeah,
Yeah. As he's talking, I say, Max, give me the box.
Okay,
I grab it from, and then I wink and I say, hey, you know me, and I go leaping off into that direction and then running off towards where I need to put the box.
Right. Yeah, so it's going to be a bit of a journey as you make your way to the center of Emerald City. The buildings, like, are all basically cloaked in shadow. Some of them, it's such like a thick shadow that the doors and windows literally cannot be open. It's like he's shut down the entire city, and you can already see at a distance that there are some of his soldiers walking around. They look kind of without making it too much like another property, the Putty Patrol from Power Rangers. It's his shadow dummies, as they're called. They look kind of like silhouettes of shadow, almost like it's something is missing from that area. But they're physical and they're basically just mindless drones that you fight. But they are on high alert.
I hate these guys. They just get in the way.
So, as you make your way in, it is kind of your call if you want to go full-on cowabunga with this, or if you want to stealth your way in.
Well, let me take a look around. I see a number of them. Do I see an opportunity to stealth, or?
Go ahead and roll me a perception check. Our first roll of the night, so no pressure.
First roll of the night.
Want to do
First roll of the campaign, actually. First roll
of the campaign, everyone.
Yeah. So really, no pressure.
No pressure. No pressure. And as a reminder to everyone, you all have a hero point to start the session. For those not to know, hero points allow you to re-roll, and
awesome.
they give you a little bonus when they do so.
Also, the first opportunity for a dice to go into dice jail.
Oh yeah.
18.
18.
That's
and you'll
good.
Add your perception to that.
And that would be a number on my character sheet.
Excellent. Second
Somewhere.
page skills.
There it is. Oh, +8. My goodness. 26.
Okay. So, with your 26, that's well above what was needed, but it gets you extra degrees of success. You've got, just from a distance as you're driving up, and you've unfortunately had to abandon your bike as you reach it, you look around and you can see there are some areas that these like patrols walk through, and then that area is empty for a while. And you can kind of sit there for a little bit. You'll need to roll a stealth if you want to watch. But you're at a good vantage point where you could figure out the pattern to avoid these people as they go.
Yeah. And that's what I do. And I think, you want me to roll again?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a quick stealth, and I'm going to roll a perception.
Plus perception is 17.
Stealth for you.
Stealth for me. Oh, 6. So that would be 15.
15? Okay. These are luckily not the most observant with how I rolled it. So yeah, you're able to kind of sit where you are for a bit and watch the pattern of these go there.
Okay.
I mean, they are almost like automatons of shadow, so they're not thinking very critically about where they need to go, or like not doing the same pattern over and over again. So they're just marching through, and you have spotted some people that like try to exit their building, or they leave and then they just go back and hide. It hasn't been made super clear what they're planning to do here. They've just kind of blanketed it in shadow, and the obelisk of shadow is sort of growing as time goes and being like spikes of shadow that are going into the sky. Probably nothing good for the people here, but they don't really have much choice but to kind of hide and wait it out. Heroes save the day.
Okay. And I'm making my way to that
Up to the very center of everything.
shadowy orb thing. Okay. Okay. Well, I think I think I know enough to kind of. I'm pretty confident, and I get off my my vantage point. I start moving, and I kind of do the okay as a patrol's going by. I kind of spin around a pillar, or I hide behind a bush, and make my way there. The whole time humming a very familiar theme song to a video game that I'm playing right now.
All right, and as you your way, I'm gonna roll a couple more checks. I will have you roll a power check for me, giving you all the rolls right at the beginning. What I want you to roll is your speed rank plus this.
Speed rank, another number here somewhere.
So under your powers, it should have.
Oh, speed. Okay. Speed 1, rank 1. I rolled a 17.
Okay, cool. So you are able to. You've made a lot of headway. There is, because you're avoiding the groups. It's kind of like a circuitous route, so you're not going making a beeline, because that would run you right through where they're passing a few times. So you're making sort of a long way around, and as you're going, we'll say Silver comes over the comm. Hey Ochre, understand if you're not able to answer. It's things are pretty grim out here. We're holding them off, but they've really set up quite a defense. We're drawing them off as best we can, but yeah, you're gonna really need to get in there.
Okay. Well, it's looking good over here. It's only those putties that are hanging out. So you're doing whatever you're doing. Just keep doing it. You're keeping the main forces off of me.
There's a brief pause before a loud like Kia of him clearly like fighting people off as he's talking to you, and he gets really serious. Hey, that device that Max has sent you with. I mean, I know you volunteered to be the one to do it, but that thing's dangerous, for sure. And I know it needs to be done, but I want you to be careful, Gabe.
Hey.
It's very unusual for him in the field to call you by your name instead of your designation at Mecha Squad, but you can tell he's pretty concerned right now for you.
Okay. I say, hey, come on now. You do your job, I got my job. No problem. I look at this box. How dangerous could this thing be?
And it's a good thing that like Mecha Sage isn't there, or Mecha Magenta for sure would be admonishing you for playing around with this thing. But I've not heard from her yet. And yeah, so as you are making your way, we will cut back to the dentist office, where Marley, your phone rings. And the much nicer Emerald City at the moment. The phone at the desk, not your personal cell phone.
Yes, okay, picking up the office phone, right. Hello, this is Dr. Snyder's office. How can I assist you?
Hey, this is actually Kelly in the back. So at the other, in the same building. She's
right.
like, yeah, so whenever the light beeps, that's coming from inside the same office.
Understood. Yeah, thanks.
If you already know this, I'm sorry for, yeah.
Oh, no, I did not know it. That's helpful. I appreciate you helping.
Gotcha. Yeah, we get a lot of temps, and I never know if I should tell them this stuff, or like if I'm being rude by repeating it. Anyway, Dr. Snyder.
Yeah.
Have you seen him come in yet?
Oh,
He's got all our patients today, and I have not seen him.
No, I figured he might have come in some other door, because I have not. We do have quite a few in the waiting room. Is there something I should say to them?
No, I mean, he comes in late sometimes. We'll just give him a few minutes, and yeah, Luckily, we don't have a ton on the schedule, but that's really weird. He usually like calls or gives some kind of indication. Okay. Yeah, just let me know, and I'll try to call him and see.
Okay. Yeah. I see the button here to page you back, so I'll do that if he does come in.
Gotcha. Okay. Thanks. Marley was it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry. Your name again?
Kelly.
Kelly. Thanks, Kelly.
And she hangs up.
Right.
Can I send Marley a text that just says, "Hope your first day is going great"?
Yes, you may. You can always support your friends in this game with well wishes.
With a little
Sure.
taco emoji. Yeah. Tacos later.
Oh. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Clarified.
Yeah, I briefly was like, what job does she think you're doing right now?
I was like,
that makes more sense.
Yeah, I know.
Marley will.
Look, it's been a week.
Yeah.
Taco to
Marley-
you later.
Yeah, Marley will text back. So far so good. Everyone here is really friendly, including Leo. He's here too. Also very friendly. Teeth emoji? like smiling like with teeth emoji.
Teeth later? Want to go for some teeth later?
You get back 3
We
fire
start playing
emojis.
Fire the Masquerade instead of using
Ooh. A fire emoji response.
Yeah, 3 fire emojis, and then followed by "You got this."
Marley texts back. Suddenly, I regret telling you he's here. Please do not tell Travis.
And I will say, Travis and Raven are on their
Too
way
late,
to
yeah.
the studio right now.
Like,
Yeah.
no, now Travis is gonna be weird about it because he made it really weird last time.
I'll just send you a random GIF of a dancing guy in a weenie costume.
Marley texts back. You look great. Love the new suit. Love the new hero suit.
I feel like when you look up from texting, Leo's right in front of you.
Hi. Do you need something?
And then he'll lean in real close. And he's like, "Is everything okay?"
Oh yeah. Travis Revenant just sent me this gif of him dancing. Well, it's not him. I said it was him. I said the story wrong. Oh, I messed it up. I was gonna be so funny. Everything's fine. It just the dentist isn't here yet. But Kelly in the back said sometimes Dr. Snyder is late. I don't know. Do you know him well beyond being your dentist?
I've come here a few times. And I would say, clarification from the GM. How well would I know Dr. Snyder's?
As well as you know a dentist. You could be best friends with a dentist for all I know.
Kelly said she was gonna call him and just to page her if he's not here. Are you in a rush? Do you have like some thing to do after this?
Looks at my watch. No, I got time. So it's fine then. It's not unusual for him then.
I really don't know what's usual and not usual because this is my first day here. But Kelly says it's happened before, so yeah.
You can see Lee is out there like checking his watch and kind of looking around, like, and then the kids have reached the point where children are no longer patient with the thing that they're going to, so it's getting kind of loud with the kids. Like, okay, they're done playing with the little blocks because there's an area with blocks, of course, and they're getting on each other's nerves. And Mom is clearly stressed, but like, I'm just gonna look at my phone and hope the kids don't beg for my attention right now. The tension in the scene is rising.
Leo, being Leo and having done this for a while, will walk over to the mom and just go, "How long have you all been waiting here?"
We got in probably like 30 minutes ago. We were a little early, but I was hoping if we got here early, they'd get us in early, but it's like 10 minutes past when they were supposed to call us.
It's about this
No,
time
look-
that Leo gets a text from Raven that just says, Marley's having a rough first day, because it's always a rough first day at the new jobs, so do something nice.
Wow, Raven.
If that's the case, then I'll walk.
Oh my gosh.
I'll read it, and you'll just get a thumbs up back,
Yeah.
and then I'll walk right over to Marley and just say, "You're doing a wonderful job today."
Thanks. Yeah. You've now seen me working here and doing the other stuff. Thank you. You're also doing a great job today. You were really good with the photo with the kids and talking to the mom. You're good at talking to people.
Thanks.
Um,
I very much appreciate that. It's a nice compliment you gave me.
it was a nice compliment you gave me.
Raven, are you going with Travis to the news station at the moment? Did you go along for the?
Yes. Yeah.
So about that time, as you're texting back and forth, you two have arrived at the news station. The name of which slips my mind at the moment. I will add that in
KNOW.
later. It's not, but hold on. It'll matter to me that I get this right. But yes, you arrive. There's a place that you've been told to park. You have like a little email reminder that's like, oh, don't forget that you have this meeting today. And it's pretty low pressure. This is KLEC, Channel 12, Eyewitness News.
Every hour on the hour.
Every hour on the hour.
So just
Today,
nonstop.
every week. Yeah, it's unfortunately it just never ends. Worst channel, honestly,
Thank you for understanding that, Kate.
just all the time. Unfortunately.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Gloria,
there's a place to
we
park.
took the car. Gloria is driving. We're in the back. Yeah. Just chilling.
And Gloria, happy to get out of the house and drive around. I mean, she honestly takes
It's a slow
drives
day.
most of the time. Yeah. And she doesn't have really anything else going on. Yeah, she drops you off and she's like, I'm going to go take care of some other stuff. Just let me know whenever you get the car back.
Cool. Appreciate it.
You are able to find the correct entrance pretty easily without any sort of roll. Although in real life, I often feel like I need to navigate with dice rolls to get in buildings. And yeah, you're kind of welcomed and ushered in. Oh, Travis, you're here to see Caleb today, right?
That is correct.
Gotcha. And you can see the person at the desk looks kind of. It's like a furrowed brow. She's like, okay, we'll take you into the studio. We're actually waiting for Caleb to get here. He hasn't showed up yet. He messaged a little while ago saying he was coming, but we're still waiting for him. So if you want to head in, we'll he'll be in soon.
Okay, sounds good.
And they kind of wave and greet you. There's water, there's refreshments and everything. The cameramen are kind of set up, waiting, arms crossed, just like, hey there. Big fan of the work you do.
Thank you. I try to, make a difference in this world. Make it a better place than when you got here.
Nice suit. Very, very different than the shadowy look I usually see you rocking on TV.
I'll just kind of snap my finger and it'll just instantly appear, and I'm like, it's on all the time. And then I'll snap it, it'll go
That's
away.
so awesome. He's just like, God. That's cool. That's super cool. Yeah, so refreshments over there. We're just kind of waiting around. I'm Bill. This is Ted. We're the cameramen. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. We know how. Yeah. We get that a lot. He actually goes by Theo, but I call him Ted, and you can see that Ted is he just kind of like gives you one of those. He's not as interested, and he just kind of puts up with them being Bill and Ted, unfortunately. And Caleb's assistant comes back in. He's like, yes, so still no word from Caleb. Sorry about that. And then you see in the corner of the room a very Tom and Jerry-esque mouse hole, except it's much larger and it has just appeared on the wall. And a tiny little mouse man walks through. He's got a hat. He's like a grayish color, and he walks on it. Actually, he's like a light brown, and he gives a big yawn. He's in a top hat. He's got a vest and a monocle, and he cleans the monocle, puts it back on, and is looking around, and then he's like, Revenant?
Yeah? Raven, are you seeing this?
I thought it was just me. Those brownies I ate earlier.
And the cameraman, like, Bill is losing it, and Ted just kind of, like, quietly clicks his camera on and just shifts it over. Go ahead and catch this, and what's going on. And,
A
he's
friend
like,
of
yep.
yours?
I don't recognize him, but as soon as I see the camera go on, I like go right in front of it to like greet the guy.
He looks at the camera, fishes from outside the vest. He's got a little envelope, hands it to you. Congrats, Revenant, you're invited. And then he goes back into the hole, and the hole disappears.
I was gonna be like, well, that doesn't happen every day.
And as he's going, like just before he gets to the hole, he gives a big yawn. Oh. And then ducks down and whoop, he's gone. You are left with a little envelope. It's got a very fancy stamp with a big red heart on it. And yeah, it's a very ornate envelope.
At first, I'll like turn around and be like, okay, everybody just witnessed that, right?
I didn't see anything.
They're nodding. Bill and Ted are nodding, and then they're like, what? At Raven not noticing? They're like, wait, really?
When she says that, I'll just kind of smirk and like wave at her like that. And I will open up the envelope.
All right. It says, in large, very ornate script, Revenant, you have been invited to a very special game, croquet. Please bring with you +3 other heroes.
You're like, okay, well, the Queen of Hearts has invited us to tea and a game of croquet.
And you do see at the bottom to show up to a basically Central Park in Emerald City.
Okay, I'm like...
Cordially invited.
We're supposed to grab Tracker and Ember, apparently. They're the two that we know are currently here, so we can reach them easily.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Marley's
you know for a
first
fact
day.
that Bertram is out of town for the moment.
Marley is going to be so mad. This is another first day shenanigan. We are going to have to take her out for something after this. This is going to be a whole thing.
We need to convince her to get a job where she can do her own hours.
You try convincing Marley of anything.
Speaking of Marley, you get another call from the back. Kelly is like, hey, so we still haven't heard from Dr. Snyder at all. If you could get on rescheduling people in the office. We don't have a lot on the schedule. I've already called the others that will be coming in. And yeah, we're not exactly sure. Hopefully everything's okay with him. And yeah, so if you can just give them dates and possible reschedule times.
Yeah, I can do that. And maybe we can also reschedule me being here. then?
Right,
Like, are we
yeah,
closing
so
the
once-
office for the day? Is that what I'm
No,
hearing?
yeah. We're gonna close actually. At
Cool,
least until we know
okay.
what's going on. We'll call you if we end up opening up. I understand if you get busy with something else, but if he comes in, yeah, we'll give you the chance to at least get your hours for today. Sorry, this really doesn't ever happen. It's a bad
Weird
first
stuff
impression from us
happens.
to you.
Oh, no, it's fine. Things happen that are out of our control, and it's understandable. This is not the weirdest thing. It's all right.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I've already made some calls, so if you can just handle the ones in the office, I'll take care of the
You
other
got
ones,
it.
and then I'll close up.
Yes.
At
All
that
right.
point, I'll send a text to Marley saying, "A mouse just invited us to a game of croquet."
Yeah, see, this is actually a weird thing. Okay. So,
And my text is coming also, and it's just a little superhero emoji, and then the words Central Park.
I'm like, is this the same thing as Travis's?
And
It was wild.
Cool. All right. I'll be there. I got nothing else to do today. Be there soon. And I'll help.
Hoping the mouse comes back. That was so cool.
So many questions. All right.
What do
So-
you mean, a mouse?
So Marley will work with the people in the office. So sorry, just heard that Dr. Snyder is not going to be able to make it in today. I'm happy to help you guys reschedule and pick something out from the prize bin anyway.
So the kids happily, one of them gets a Pikachu sticker. And the other one gets one of those sticky little green
Kickapoo.
hands. Little
Oh
sticky-
yeah, sticky green hands.
Sticky green hand. It's the best thing. He's smack, smack, smack. He's already smacking his older
His
brother with
brother.
it over and over again. And then as he's walking away, he will gonna roll for this. There's another sticker sitting on the counter. Yeah, freaking nat 20s it. He grabs it like the kid's got a future in something. I don't know what it is, but he just whips it and takes it. Yeah. His brother is like, whoa. He's suddenly not annoyed with his brother. He's like, oh, that was awesome. High five. Yeah, the mom is a little put out that they have to change their time. And she's like, okay, well, let me get these. Oh god, I have to get them back to school. Okay, thank you. And she heads out. Lee is
I also sent that
agreeable
same
enough and
text.
takes off.
Sorry. I was gonna say I sent that same text to Leo too, with the cape and the thing.
What does this mean? I say that out loud.
Yeah. Now
I
it's
don't
like,
reply at all. I just go, what does this mean?
did
And
you
then
also
shortly
get
I'll send a
invited
text to Leo like, "A mouse in a croquet game. Central Park."
Oh, that's
Is there a Central Park in Emerald City? I know Freedom City. I don't know Emerald City. Cool,
I
amazing.
thought that's what you said before. Did you not say Central Park?
I did
just
say,
make
yeah,
that
I
up?
said basically the
Okay.
equivalent of Central Park. Yeah.
Okay.
Either is possible. So
Yeah. Yeah, Marley, now that it's just, I think, two of us in the office. Oh, you also invited to whatever this is. I really have no idea. I'm gonna go though, because
Sure.
now I'm not needed here. Do you,
Do you want to go
did you
together?
also? I mean, that's very convenient. Yeah, it's traveling to and from the same place, so that makes sense. Yes,
Time for a good walk through the city. I imagine.
Yeah.
Is there a time? Wait, is there a time we need to be there? I replied to both Travis and Raven. Is there a time? I type with both of my thumbs and I say out loud the things that I'm typing. Is there?
It
a
just says
time-
ASAP on there, and then parentheses, don't bring the cops, smiley face.
what?
suspicious. All right.
Yeah, I feel like it is suspicious, and these two are kind of down for, like, just really silly, but maybe we keep in mind this could be suspicious.
Yeah. Well, I've been meaning to stretch the legs. How fast can you run?
Oh, how fast can Marley run? Let's look at her character sheet. Let's see. What would I want to look at for running fast?
It should be on the final page.
Okay. I have 2 pages.
Okay, the last of those. Sorry, I'm opening up.
Yeah.
Right now. Like,
It should be-
Well, if you tell me what
if
to
it's
read,
anything
I
like
can
mine,
read it.
It's under movement on the second page. At the,
Oh, yeah, movement.
There we
Okay,
go.
base
Thank you,
movement
bottom.
speed, 2 miles per hour. That sounds right.
I mean, you
Oh,
could,
wait,
you
run
could
4
hustle.
miles per hour.
There you go.
Run to 4 miles per hour, 60 feet per round. Yeah, but we talked about the math of this and how the math doesn't super math, but yeah. All right.
It could math better at the lower levels, but yeah.
Marley says, I can run 4 miles per hour.
What a thing to know off the top of your head.
It's so common in this world, though. Everyone knows. Part of your like high school gym class is timing yourself, so everyone knows.
Remind
In
me
miles per hour
again,
specifically.
do my different levels, do they hurt people? I can't remember. My different levels of flame on. Do they?
Yeah, so the higher levels, they do come with your flame aura. But you can like free action choose not to. You just turn it off around for however long. So yeah, you can amp yourself up and still not roast or Marley.
Would you like a ride?
Oh, yeah, you have like a car with you, or did you decide not to run?
Oh no, I'm just gonna run. You can just ride on my back.
I need you to just say, because this isn't Washington, I need you to say, hop on, Spider Monkey. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm just gonna,
Okay.
before we go probably get into some superhero shenanigans, I'm just gonna change into my tracker look real quick. Be right back.
I
Okay.
wish I had an air horn to be like, "Bah, bah, bah, she said the thing.
She said the title!
She said the thing.
Just like,
We get a
She's
real
changing.
Marley
I am.
change.
Boom, change, done.
Is there a domino mask IRL? Is this-
I had one, and I was using it for another stream, and I forget where I put it. Oh wait, I have it here.
Aw.
It's the it's not like Marley. Like Marley would not have this lace one. This is but
That's
there we go.
fair.
Yeah, we won't do the domino mask
Like
today.
special issues, there would be, for
Like
the
mask-
gala issue, yeah, there would be one of those.
Marley would be so anxious there, but Kate would love that. Might have to switch
I'll be
characters.
standing outside, and while I was waiting, I would have my bag of the things that I bought, which is a like Bluetooth speaker that I have that I wanted to get, and instead, I will just random person walking by just be like, "Hey, you want a Bluetooth speaker?"
Yeah, man. Who's gonna say no to this Bluetooth speaker?
No. There you are.
Yeah,
Gotta do some stuff right now.
slaps you on the shoulder and he's like, "Thanks, man." It's weirdly enough, people have just randomly received gifts from you in the past. So you're just
There's
kind of
some,
walking
like-
around, improving the quality of life of random people in your area.
There's an
What a
Instagram
flex.
page that's dedicated to like gifts from Ember, and it's like
There
someone's like,
absolutely is a page
yeah,
where someone's like, "Just got a speaker." Like,
and you just like at like gifts from Ember when you post it, and they repost it. Yeah, this is the whole social
It's
media
very,
page.
it's
yeah, I
very,
got a pair of
it's a
shoes
very
from him once.
expensive one too. Yeah.
Is it? Well, he's like, "Oh, cool." He looked at it. He thought it was a cheap one, and he's like, "Oh, you sure?"
No, you're good. I have to do something right now, and I can't be carrying it around. I'll get another one or something.
All right, man. I mean, sure.
Yeah, you have a good day, and make sure to keep the city safe, because it's all of us together that does it.
Right on. Right on. He's walking away. He does a few look backs, like, "Did this just happen?" Like,
I think this is when Marley would come out like in domino mask that Kate does not have. I'm gonna keep my glasses on. Cool. Hey.
Look nice.
Oh, yeah, thanks. I just, I private hero thing still, so want to just make sure I change the look up a bit when I do the different things. Yeah.
All right. Well, excuse me for a second. It's gonna get real hot real fast for a second, but don't worry, it'll go away. And then I will flame on. I will.
Love it.
It starts off with this like almost warmth kind of coming from him. It sort of just feels like he's been in a warm place, and then it ramps up very fast as he kind of moves through his stages. And at first it's this like warmth, and then it grows into this, okay, that's kind of hot. You start to feel it on your face, and then it ramps up even more, where it's almost like you worry that the area around might melt, or maybe, but then it instantly goes away just as fast as it came.
And with the chill of the winter, like, yeah, there's basically steam whenever he does this. It's not, there's not the most, like, water in the air at the moment, like it's a pretty dry day too, but it's enough to where, yeah, he starts, like, steam starts coming off of him as he goes through the stages.
You have really good control of your powers. This is awesome. That's really cool.
Yeah, if I have to fight in places where there's a lot of people, it's possible they could get hurt, so I have to control it real fast.
Wow.
But you're free to hop on, and I'll just like squat down.
Just
prepare.
like piggyback ride kind of. Okay, sure. Spider monkey's on. little backpack.
Backpack.
When you do hop on, it doesn't hurt or anything, but you can feel the heat from him intensifies very briefly, and then it goes away.
Wow, I would expect it to be like really hot on. Not that I mean, just like let's go.
And then he kind of awkward now at this moment. He's just like, yeah.
Marley's face is very red.
How passive is your like feeling of feelings?
I think we said, like, player-wise, you can decide how much Marley picks up, or if you want me to roll for it, it can be up to you, but Marley does just kind of pick up on, like, the stronger the emotion is, the easier it is for her to read. I'm sure there's something that I can roll if you want it to be a roll, or if you just want to decide as a PC.
I think it'll be pretty clear. As soon as you hop on, the heat comes off, and you can feel that there's actually a bit of nervousness from him. For the first time that you've ever felt from him the entire time you've known him.
Just felt a lot of confidence from Leo.
But then it goes away real fast because he's not yet. All right. Takes off as fast as he can.
Nice.
How fast is that? Do you run more than 4 miles an hour?
I believe it stacks. I think I can go 30.
Yeah, running you can go 30 miles per hour. Yeah. Yeah. So, you're looking at, and I won't have any kind of roll to navigate. You can pretty easily like get around people if there's any on the sidewalk. If you're running on the sidewalk, you're going on the sidewalk or the street.
It's on the street, but to the like closer to the sidewalk. If there's a bike lane, probably in there.
Gotcha. Yeah, this is a pretty
There's lanes built
city.
into cities for like heroes
For
just
speedsters.
doing
There's hero lanes and bike lanes.
I was going to say the main speedster in this city is a villain.
Oh no!
Not enough about her. Yeah, I don't think they would make a lane specifically for that speedster.
What does it look like to outsiders with Ember just speeding by?
It looks like Ember's running by with someone. And that's not as weird as you would expect because he rushes people to the hospital all the time.
This is also
like,
on the Instagram.
Yeah, they're like, oh, there he goes. The Ember spotting.
At it again. Yeah.
Instapage.
Yeah, there's a whole website set up for Embered, and it's just all these pictures of all the different
Ember.
places. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You feel a warm breeze pass you, it's probably Ember. Yeah.
Pretty nice actually on a chilly day. It's pretty good. I'm guessing or the other two heroes here are taking the car.
Yeah, how far are we from the location?
It's probably with good traffic, like 12 minutes.
Okay. I would definitely call the car, but I would also fly myself. So I'd call the car for Grant. For Revenant. Do you want the car? What are you feeling?
I don't want to ruin the suits. Yeah, let's do the car.
Good call. At least want
Okay.
to change. And then I'm going to jump in the car into our little thing that we have with our clothes and our stuff, and I'm going to change as well.
As you all speed to what I'm sure is a very silly adventure, we go back into a land of shadow and danger.
Yes.
Gabe, you've moved forward, but you have reached an area where it's stealth is no longer the best option, probably. You know that there will be a couple of them passing soon, and at this juncture, it may be better to... You can continue stealthing through, but you'll know that they'll be close behind you, or you can try to quickly take them out before another group shows up.
Okay. I look at the box and I look around for a place to put it. What do I see around me?
So it's definitely a bit weird with how like shadowy everything is. Emerald City has never really looked this way to you, but there's a mailbox, city mailbox, sitting nearby, and then there's like just a trash can and everything. It's weirdly quiet and empty. You can catch like you're pretty close to like an apartment complex, and there's people that are kind of like peeking out of the windows, trying to figure out exactly what's happening.
Are things around me sort of warping, or is it just kind of these shadowy does it look like, what does it look like? Yeah, a little bit more.
So spatially it's not much different. It looks like you're kind of walking around at night, but the lamp lights are kind of a weird muted shade. Nothing seems weird spatially necessarily, but it's disorienting how the shadows are falling. It's not a natural shadow.
Okay,
So they do kind of move.
Okay, I decide against putting it anywhere and kind of shrug and decide to just hold the box while I'm going to take these guys out.
Okay. And it's it's not huge, but yeah, it's like I'm bad with dimensions, but it's a smallish box.
It's bigger than a bread box, about the size of a bread box.
Tesseract from the MCU.
Very good. Okay, that's more manageable. I can hold it
That
one hand.
specific
Then.
one. Yeah, you can
Okay.
hold it one. You can fight one-handed, and you'll be fine.
Great.
It might be a little
Shake.
tough depending on.
Okay.
All
right.
So yeah, you are aware that, and now you're closer, so you don't have as good a view of like when people are coming. But this is about the edge of your understanding of like, oh, a group will pass here. Past this point, you couldn't really see from back there. So yeah, you can wait and ambush, or however you want to take these guys out.
Yeah. So I'm gonna wait, and as soon as I see them come around, I'm gonna be leaning up against just this pole and say, "Hey guys," and I'll be tossing this little box.
They don't speak because they're kind of these weird faceless ones.
Yeah.
Like
The
they
puppies
look
never
like
do.
they look like
Yeah.
someone in a gray morph suit essentially,
Right.
and with like streaks of shadow on it. So they're like "Rah, rah, rah, rah." They make grunts, and instantly the very Power Ranger overacting of like let's get them, and so the two of them charge your direction, but you will get to act first.
Great. So my intent right through this whole battle is I'm going to be fighting them and kicking them. To me, this seems pretty ordinary, although things could go wrong. And as I'm doing this, I'm sort of like tossing the cube from one hand to the other. Most definitely being much more casual than this thing than I should be. But that's Gabe and Mecha Ogre. he's pretty confident in his capabilities. All right, here I go.
All right.
So I'm gonna leap at the first one. I'm just gonna try to kick him out of the way and hopefully kick him maybe into a few of his other friends.
Yeah, so I'll say there's like 3 of them right here. I said a couple at first,
Great.
but I'm gonna have 3 just to
It's a
challenge.
good number.
you.
All right.
It's a good number.
All right,
3
I'm gonna-
number easily.
Okay, so should I just roll?
Yeah, you can
Something?
roll. You're unarmed, unless you want to use one of your weapons.
No, well, you know, I got this cube that I'm juggling, so we'll hold off on that. Melee, where is unarmed? Oh, plus 14. Whoa. Okay, well that's 27.
Very accurate. Yeah, 27 is definitely a hit. What is your damage on it?
Damage is a number.
It'll be your be a DC. It'll say DC
Oh, DC 21.
21. Okay. I should have known that it would be at caps and done the math in my brain, but I did not.
Apologies to the audience as I try to figure out what my character can do here.
All good, all good. So that is definitely
First
enough
episode.
to send this person flying very almost cartoonishly as he fails by enough degrees to actually go flying. I will say he knocks over one of his buddies. Doesn't take out that one, but he is down for the count. And
Awesome.
do you have takedown as one of your advantages?
I do.
Okay, so if you take out a minion, which, spoilers, these are under the minion rules right now. If you take one out, you can do another attack at one that's adjacent to it. You get
All right.
another
So-
swing.
After I kick that guy into the other guy, I land. I see the other one, and I kind of toss the cube up. And I see he's kind of looking at it a little bit, and I just roundhouse him.
Okie doke. So roll that other attack.
Ooh, not 20.
Oh, okay. So,
yeah.
he is-
First not 20!
Yay!
interestingly,
Air horn.
you also rolled a nat 20 on defense.
Ooh.
But it does not equal the amount that he needs, unfortunately. Yeah. So yeah, you knock this one out, and I will actually go ahead and say this does take out both of the remaining ones.
All right.
So,
Awesome.
They go flying back, and they make a whole bunch of noise as they go down. They're like, ah, and then they kind of melt into the shadows around them. Because it would be really, really grim if these just left bodies everywhere. They're summoned creatures, like they're.
I've always been puzzled about where they go, if they ever go. But I quickly
Yeah, like
dismissed
do the
that
same
thought.
ones
and-
do the same ones respawn at some point, or
Yeah. Mysteries of
something.
the universe. And I
these are
quickly
definitely
dismiss that
the-
thought and continue moving on to the to where I need to drop this off.
The
All
GM
right,
makes a
you're-
note for later.
Where do they go?
Note for later.
Where do they come from?
Where do
Where do
putties
they
go?
go? Where
Yes.
do they come from? Not Night Joe. So you're able to keep navigating through. I'm gonna have you roll another perception check. Things are getting a little more distorted with the shadows,
Another nat 20. Darn, on a perception roll.
but not. Yeah, I was about to say, good job using it on a skill. Fool. You're good. You get to keep on moving through. You're lucky that this thing is huge and you've got that to guide you, but it is like, yeah, as you're getting closer, there's other like spikes of shadow in the ground in weird places, so it does make navigating it a little harder. At one point, you're able to like duck behind one as a little shadow man runs past you, and yeah, you're making your way there. And
I get on comms again. I say, Blue, this is getting weirder and weirder, and there are fewer and fewer of these putties around. How you guys doing?
So we're dealing with some of the elite ones out here. Like, you know how every once in a while, like one of these monsters will show up and they'll have like a couple of the high-ranking dummies. It's like that, but they're kind of everywhere. It's they really want to keep us out of this city. I think you're doing your job right. They don't seem to be swarming onto you.
Awesome. All right.
I gotta go. Yeah, be careful, man.
You too. And I
And
keep on heading towards that big old shadowy orb thing.
all right. And we cut back as everyone arrives at the park. As you approach the park, all of you, I will say, as you approach, notice that it doesn't look like the park normally looks. From a distance, you can see that there are people dressed very strangely. They have like a vest. They have vests with like card suites on it, and one of them is painting some of the flowers in the park red. Everything is much more lush and green and looks very much like out of a specific Disney animated film.
Or a public domain story.
Yeah.
This is definitely
More likely.
taking a lot of inspiration from that one. But
Yeah.
what's
Alice
in
in Wonderland is a public domain story.
It is.
Right.
But this is clearly leaning in one direction. There are like police or Aegis. There's actually an Aegis van outside of the park with a few agents kind of standing around, not going inside. And there's these big like walls of plants in front, kind of like the giant shrubs in the way. So it seems a little inaccessible.
When we get there, I'll let Marley down, and then I will go back down to stage 1 rather than the final stage. And
Good call.
we'll just say, well, this looks intense.
It looks interesting, strange.
There's a lot of confusion that you can feel immediately from the Aegis
Yeah.
people outside.
And I think Marley will like lean in and say, the Aegis guys definitely have no idea what's going on right now. They are very confused.
I'll look over to, because you said we all got here at the same time, right?
Roughly, yeah. So the cars dropping our 2 other heroes off.
I'll look over to the car as they get out and just. Do you think they know anything too?
I mean, we could just ask them. They're really straightforward, both of them. Hey guys!
Yeah, I would fly over right away. And before I even say anything, I'm giving you kind of a little like look because I've noticed that you flew in together.
Brandon!
I don't say
Fire
anything
run.
about it, but you do. Yeah, you do get a little look like we're gonna talk about that later. So this was wild. A little mouse presentation similar to what we're looking at over here. So I haven't seen anything like this. I don't have anything in my nothing to do with my artifacts that I've been looking up lately matches with this. Anything on your end?
No, I'm surprised Travis was willing to leave an interview for it, but sup,
It
bud?
took a lot.
The reporter didn't show up.
Oh, the dentist also didn't show up. I
Yep.
was in it. You guys know, you texted me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, people not showing up places isn't totally unheard of, but not the weirdest thing going on right now. Aegis guys are super confused by this, definitely don't know what's going on. You got an invite, though, Revenant?
Yeah, look. And I'll show her the
Good
fancy envelope and like it's to me.
You plus 3.
Yeah, you're my plus ones.
It's definitely a call out. So I think we have to go in aware that they know we're coming. Whoever's in there.
Do we want to talk to Aegis first? Is there anyone in particular in Aegis who's here, who one person here might want to talk to?
I'll be like, Aegis is here, and I'll just drift right on over.
Yeah, I expected that much.
Boy, I was trying to avoid that one.
Get out of the way now.
So, as far as active field agents go, there aren't all that many of them, and there's one in particular who often goes out on excursions whenever he possibly can. And he is in fact there. Lance DeMarco is among the other Aegis agents that are responding to the scene. He's not in charge of the group, obviously, but he's in the conversation.
Okay, I'll come over and be like, hey, what have you guys figured out about the party?
Party? So there's these shrubs in the way we haven't really gotten past, but yeah, this is all walled off. According to some people we interviewed, there a bunch of random people came walking in, and then not too long later were in these uniforms that you can see. A couple of them, they're like up on a ladder painting. So it just seems like random Emerald City citizens that were pulled into this.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, we've got a pretty good idea of who it's probably going to be given the theme.
Yeah, I was at the news station ready to give an interview when a mouse gave me an invitation to play croquet. It said to come here.
Oh, that pretty much settles it then, 100%. Ember, you're close enough to hear this conversation, and with the theme and the letter, this is actually a group you have tangled with in the past, known as the Looking Glass Gang. And as the realization hits you, a sort of door appears in the shrubbery, and there's a man there with kind of a bowler hat, and like attached in the edges of the bowler hat are these giant white floppy rabbit ears. He's got a pocket watch, and he says, "You're late."
For a very important date, it seems.
For
I
a
will.
very important date, you remember. Fantastic. I love that about you. And he's like clicking the pocket watch as he talks.
I feel like Ember is annoyed by this group, like more than threatened. He's just like, these guys again.
They range pretty widely from completely harmless but up to some weird shenanigans to like actually legitimately dangerous, and it just depends on which day you find them, unfortunately. From all looks, White Rabbit is the leader, though.
I will approach the same agent that Revenant's talking to, and I will just say, I would get your agents out of here and just be on standby. A couple blocks away, we were told not to bring anyone, or not to have cops here. It may get pretty wild. If it does, you'll know, probably.
I can
Nods and starts
let no.
calling on walkies. Sorry, go ahead.
I feel like Marley would know. What's the name of Travis's boo?
Lance.
Like Marley will look at Lance. Tracker will look at Lance. I can let you know, Lance, if we need help.
He gives a nod and nods to his people to start moving their vehicles back, and he lets you know before he goes. He's like, so yeah, just be careful. We know how they are, and there's a lot of people from Emerald City, like talking dozens, that went into there. So priorities, get them out. We don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's get moving. And they kind of back away.
I'll wink at Lance.
Yeah, he smiles.
Oh,
You all be careful, he says, looking directly at Revenant versus the others. All of you be careful.
Like, when have I ever failed you?
Better not start.
You go, well, I have a party to attend to.
Best of luck to you.
I'll lean over to Tracker and just say, because you said they're just like normal citizens, like painting this like plant wall.
Yeah, they have vests with like the card suites and everything on them. So there's like a 4 of diamonds.
I'll lean over and say, you might want to check and see if they're here of their own volition or not. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I'll see if I can tap in. Marley will do so.
All right, and we'll say you're doing that as you begin walking in. The White Rabbit's like, "Hey, the Queen's getting impatient. I suppose we'd all better get moving, yeah? Follow along."
Lead the way, White Rabbit.
And he marches, and as he's leading you there into the garden, we're actually going to take our break.
Hello and welcome back to Don't Kill My Character presents Superhero Shenanigans. We were running the giveaway during the chat. We were running the giveaway during the break in chat. There's a reason I'm playing Marley tonight, guys. For the Hero's Handbook and the Reign of Cats and Dogs PDF from Green Ronin Publishing, I am going to have Nightbot grab our winner, and it is the Samboy64. Congrats to Samboy64. I will reach out to you to get you those PDFs, and we'll have these PDFs while we have them for our break time giveaways. Maybe we'll switch them up sometimes too. You're always welcome to enter, and if you double win, then give them to a friend. Share the Mutants and Masterminds joy and love, and thank you again, Green Ronin Publishing, for sharing all of that with us. And with that done, I'm going to pass it back to Claude, who is actually in charge tonight. I'm always in charge, but
Sort of. Yeah, I was about to say, let's be honest.
Yeah.
We know what this is.
Let's be real.
I should not be left in charge of anything, except for maybe tossing the story together. So we left our gang of heroes in one Emerald City, arriving to a fantastical croquet game. Meanwhile, elsewhere in a dark, shadowy Emerald City, Mecha Ochre continues his journey in. Roll me a stealth check as you continue making your way. You are drawing ever closer to the center of the city, where a shadow obelisk is reaching its tendrils into the sky and spreading its dark influence.
13.
13. All right. You kind of go around one corner. Again, the streets are weirdly desolate. Every once in a while, you catch people like running into buildings still, like they've just scurried from building to building. No one's really putting up a defense of their own, and it seems like the shadow dummies aren't attacking anyone outright at the moment. So no need to like rush to rescue or anything. But you come around one corner, an empty street, and there is a group of them that are suddenly on top of you. You did not see them coming, and they heard your arrival. They are actually going to charge in immediately and attack. It's 4 of these silhouette people. It almost looks like, at first glance, on a brighter day, it would look like there's like just a hole missing, a person-shaped hole missing almost.
Okay.
But in the darkness, they kind of actually stand out a little more with how gray it is. Yeah. So
these are different. These are not putties.
They are a little different. They're upper tier. And one of them rushes in and kind of scratches at you. It doesn't have like big claws, but it's very Power Rangers-y scratch attack. And yeah, takes a swipe at you. Does a 15 hit your parry?
Yes.
So it'll be your parry plus 10. Whatever's listed as your
plus
parry
10.
plus 10 is.
Oh, okay. No.
That's what I thought. I was like, I don't think that will. But
I
there
was
are.
thinking that too. How is that possible?
Yeah, you're like, what? The second one also misses. They're all kind of charging in very haphazardly. And I will say one of them kind of grabs onto you to make the other one able to hit you. So he's lending aid on this attack. 21 hit you.
It's 21, so yes, I guess barely, right?
Gotcha. Yep, it'll, yeah. Will strike. Okay, so this will be a DC. I gotta get his modifiers right. This is a DC 21 toughness check. You roll, and the number you're shooting for is 21. You'll add your toughness to it.
20 math. 26.
26. Okay, you're able to weather the blow, and it is now your turn to react. We're just kind of gonna split initiative between them and you, separate sides. So they've all made their attack, and now it's your turn.
All right, I'm going to reach into my back and pull out. It's a staff. You'll see it's about what is that? 3-4 feet long. It kind of glows at the ends and in the middle, and with a flourish, I'm going to kind of swing it around until it ends up under my arm, and I'm going to take a defensive stance while holding the cube in my other hand.
Nice. So taking the defend action, or
oh no, I can attack. What am I thinking? There is no defense. We jump right into it.
I was thinking you can. You can't defend, but
how many do I see?
there are 4 of these here.
Ooh, 4. Okay. Well, I'm gonna.
As
Sorry.
a peek behind the curtain, they will still act under minion rules, but their modifiers are a lot higher, so it's harder to sweep through a bunch of them if I roll decent.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and with a flourish, kind of swipe at the guy that's closest to me. I'm going to roll. Oh my! How the mighty dice have fallen. I have rolled a 1.
You have rolled a 1. Oh dear.
I suppose I should use a hero point, because that's what heroes do, is not roll ones.
So for this roll,
sometimes heroes fail, but
That's right.
So for this roll, since you're using a hero point, if it is a 10 or lower that you get on the die, you add 10 to that.
Ah! So awesome.
Hero points are very heroic in what they manage to make you do.
Okay, this time I rolled a 19. Where is the thing mode? Offense plus 12, so that's a lot. 31.
Nice. This is you're in spear mode, is that it?
Yeah, is that what I use for my long?
Yeah, so it'll be DC 23. It actually says that you crit. It has improved critical, so you crit on a 19 or 20.
Oh yes, nice.
Crit.
Okay.
All right, I will roll this toughness. And I actually have your DC here that I know. So for a crit, you're allowed to, you can power stunt and make the move different in some way, or you can add 5 to the DC that I'm rolling.
Yeah. Well, what I'm going to do is, as I swing, right, I'm also kind of jumping and spinning in the air to kind of give it a really good swack at this guy.
Nice. So yeah, with the crit for sure, he goes flying and melts a little slower than the others into shadow. He definitely seemed much more solid, but just a slightly more solidified shadow, I suppose. You do get to use takedown. There's one other target for it. The other ones are a little further away, so you can't move in between. But there's one more you can swing.
Awesome. So as I land, I see this. I land and I pick my next target that's closest to me, and I do a somersault while swinging my my staff up to smack him, hopefully upside the head. Yeah. And I roll. Egads.
Sad
That
face.
is a 16.
A 16 just barely misses this one.
Oh, I shouldn't have tried to be so fancy.
And now the 3 once again are bearing down at you. It's a little weird. You're usually fighting in like a team, and right now you're alone. Yeah,
True.
and these are slightly. They're definitely a cut above. The last group you could handle in your non-mech form. But these are a cut above. So this one was a 20 to hit you. I think that's a miss.
No. No.
Okay. So
Miss.
the others will do the team up thing again, where one tries to hold you. Oh, okay. He gets to add a bonus. But it doesn't do anything. So he grabs onto you. The other tries to hit you, and you kind of turn it away to where he punches against your staff instead, or against the spear. It doesn't hurt himself, but doesn't hurt you either. And it is back to you.
All right. All right, well, let's just try to take these guys out. I'm not going to get fancy. I'm just going to take this thing, spin it, and swack him.
Going swacking.
Swack him. Yeah, this dice may have to go to dice jail. We got... math, 18.
18? 18 is a hit.
Oh, very
Oh,
good.
wait, I have to look at what modifier I put, because I think I probably should have let you hit last. Okay, well, now I've got the numbers correct. 18 is a hit.
Okay, great.
I won't retcon the other one because I goofed. But got the
No worries.
right numbers. And then the DC is
23.
23. High roll for me? Not so much. So one down, and you are able to spin into your next move.
Nice. Now I'm just going to take another couple steps forward to the next one and reverse hit him. So not to lose any momentum. Oh,
Kind
nice.
of fluidly moving one into the
so
other.
It's kind of like whoof, whoof, 25.
25, and I already forgot the DC was 20.
23.
23. Dang, I was close. This one fails as well, and since minion, it takes the worst possible degree. There's only one left, and it is in range for takedown.
Oh, nice. Okay, well, I'm just going to keep walking towards him, and hopefully with one fluid motion. Yes. 26.
6.
This dice has
lowest,
saved itself
lowest
from
roll
jail.
I've managed. Yeah. So yeah, this one also goes flying and hits the wall and sinks into it. Essentially.
Nice.
You're
look
able to
around.
get this group. It does seem like the forces are becoming more difficult to face as you move in.
How
They
far
saved
away do you think I am from where I'm supposed to drop this thing
the
off?
center. If the way isn't like super, like if there's not a bunch more obstacles, you could probably get there in like 10 or so minutes.
Okay. Do I feel like I really need to get there soon, or
You can kind of hear more of like the crackling as little shadows are splintering off from the obelisk. So like huge shadows are reaching up into the sky from it, and then from those are like other little veins kind of breaking out. So it's getting worse, but it's and they have impressed upon you that it is like kind of a big deal. The rest of the mecha squad are facing waves coming from here. They think that'll disrupt it enough for them to kind of win the day.
All right. Well, I'm going to start running toward it. And as I'm running, I'm just going to do a quick comms and say, Ruby, chocolate chip cookies afterward this time.
As long as
I'll
you're
just
not
keep
the one
running.
baking them. And you can
Never.
hear them trying to like, they're trying to have a lighthearted moment, but it seems a bit strained because this has been a long fight for all of them. So actually, what I'm going to have you do as you pick up the pace is roll me a dodge check. You'll just roll and add your dodge to it.
It is 25.
25. So from one of the tendrils that are coming off, a sort of orb of shadow drops down from it that's much darker, and then it kind of like sits there for a moment, and then a tendril just bursts out of there and slams the ground next to you, cracking it. It missed you, but it's kind of generating its own defense now.
Whoa.
You can as you move
Okay.
closer, it's things are ramping up as you speed up as well.
I'm going to try to look out for those things.
It's
Keep
definitely
going.
not sunshine and roses here. But in our other Emerald City, it very much is. We cut back.
Look at that
and
transition.
It was a little forced. It was rough. White Rabbit is leading you on. so happy you were able to make it Revenant along with your heroic pals. We
Anytime.
haven't much time, unfortunately, before the game. Come, the Queen wants to see you.
All right.
You've met before?
No, but
Revenant
who denied
guy?
the Queen?
No, but I mean, I've heard of Revenant. Who hasn't heard of Revenant? Now, you I know, he says, pointing at Ember.
Yeah, that's true.
I think I've still got some bruises from that day.
I hope so.
Oh, spoil sport. All water under the bridge, I assure you. Marley, you notice.
Yeah, I'm trying to catch the.
So your emotion sensing is it is mind-based in a way. So it is a mental effect, even though it's a very specific flavor on the emotion side. This guy, the White Rabbit, is a total dead zone as far as emotion. You have felt people that have either not been feeling a strong emotion, so you don't get a great read on them, or people who are like disciplined enough to where you can feel that your sensing of their emotions failed. This is not that. He is like missing. Basically, he's immune to mind effects at all. Yeah. So, yeah, very very strange feeling from him. You don't get that a lot. It's rather unsettling.
Are the civilians that were painting the roses and the vests also giving that?
They are not, but you feel their emotions are. They're it, but it's weird. It feels like it's a little hollow.
Oh god, sorry. I think we might be dropping out a little bit, but we should be better now.
Yeah, I was about to say I saw a little
yeah.
hiccup there. So as long as if I was heard, cool. Yeah. So
you want to
look
repeat
and,
it for sure.
Yeah, the people working in the vests and everything as they're milling about, being a helpful pack of cards, they are definitely into what they're doing. It seems like it's their choice, but it's very hollow feeling, as if they've been influenced potentially. It's kind of like a cloudy emotion. Strange.
I'm
Very
gonna
strange.
I'm gonna lean into Kate Tracker.
Come
Too
on over,
many names
Shannon.
in my head right now.
Come on over.
I'm gonna lean over to Tracker.
Teleports.
Yeah, exactly.
Behind you! Oh my god.
Can you reach them? Help them get out?
I don't know. It's worth a try. It's not something I've done before, but I do things I haven't done before pretty often with you guys. So
I will have all of you walking into this situation roll a perception check.
Woo! Dice!
I get to roll my pretty
Lovely.
dice.
Yeah, I realize I haven't given you all
Finally.
anything to
Yeah,
roll.
yeah, none of us have rolled anything yet.
and
Nice.
Marley is going to also activate her psychic speech with everyone here and share what she was picking up, but really what she wasn't picking up from the White Rabbit and from the people working.
My first roll
You
was
said
the worst
perception?
roll ever.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I know, my
because you were so mad about it.
I have a plus 10 to
Terrible.
perception, however, I rolled a 3 on the die, so that's a 13.
I rolled a 1. I rolled a 1, everybody.
Yeah, I rolled a 2, so.
Oh, nice.
You're blinded by
Wait,
love.
Hold on, if no one gets this, then I'm gonna use my hero point to re-roll mine, because someone's gotta get this. Yeah, everyone rolled
I
low?
did a 20, also rolled terrible, but my perception is very high.
Yeah, I was
so
gonna say you have an
rolled a
absurd
20.
perception.
Lovely.
I do, and also, I am now kind of like floating in general, like I'm flying, and I've put my shield on, so you can't really see it, but you do see like little tiny shimmer a little bit if you catch it right. So it's clear, but it's got a little bit of a shimmer going on. But my shield is up. I'm intrigued, but I'm on alert.
Gotcha. Well, with a quick look around for you, you can quickly count sort of that there's about 52 of these people being forced to play in this charade. I will say with that high of a roll, you can pick one other person and kind of point something out to them, and depending on who you choose, I'll say what it is that they notice. So, yeah.
Well, me thinking that Tracker might possibly be able to psychically help some of these people, I'm going to point it out to Tracker.
Okay.
Tracker.
So you see her kind of like look around at everyone, and you just following her gaze, you land on someone that she lands on, and you recognize this person's face from the dentist office on the wall. This is Dr. Snyder, is one of the people here dressed as a playing card. And
You see the Joker.
he's not. This is Jokerless, strangely.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Marley's gonna say, so we can talk to each other over this, although I have a feeling the queen might also have some mind capability because of how people are being influenced or the white rabbit is blocked here. Not super sure how secure this line is. Ember, do you remember anything from facing her before?
Tell me about it.
So,
What do I
in your
remember?
last fight with them, you did briefly face the Queen of Hearts, who is a robot, an automaton of sorts, who's
Not
like
expecting
stylized
that.
very red, metal. No mental powers that you faced when dealing with her. Instead, it was very unusual. She had the power to both accelerate her own speed in sort of a time manipulation sort of way, and she could slow other people down. It was very frustrating.
So then I'll say in the Mind Palace.
We got comms.
Yeah.
I will say, last I remember, she's a robot who can do some time stuff.
And you would know also that White Rabbit is the one with the mental stuff.
It's
Particularly illusions, which would probably be why the park looks the way it does. But yeah, other mental effects as well.
it's this one here is the one that does the weird
Oh,
mind stuff.
okay. That's
I
good to
understand
know.
it's like illusion based, I think, but I don't know.
As
what
you're
else.
saying this, he pipes up almost in response to this. Maybe the timing is weird enough to make it suspect. He's like, and now we're here. A very like cutting, and here we are, the queen. And this robotic, I wish I had a picture to throw up on stream for y'all.
Well,
If they ever
yeah, we
show
gotta
up
do that
again,
next.
we will see all of them. I'll share it on socials later. This group of
We can
them.
drop it in the Don't Kill My Character Discord server later.
We certainly
Look
can.
at that nice plug. That was so
Ah,
smooth.
good stuff.
I am so smooth. I'm a
Like-
middle name.
Butter.
And she is sitting atop, being attended to by these hypnotized citizens, and they are standing at attention, holding what look to be flamingo mallets.
Do we bow? She's a queen. Do we bow?
Don't do it.
I will.
Okay.
I will start to do it, and then as soon as I hear Ember say "Don't do it," I immediately act like I did not attempt to do it at all.
I'll ignore Ember and still bow.
Oh, look
Yeah.
at that! Someone with decorum. The White Rabbit says. You see the dormouse guy that you had seen, like sleeping on the hedge next to where the queen is. There is a Mad Hatter of sorts, man all in green with a top hat with cards in it, with crazy hair sticking out the sides, gray hair, and then there is someone dressed a bit like Alice from Alice in Wonderland, but an adult. With her arms crossed, looking very pouty to be there, but who perks up a little bit as Ember shows up.
I'll
And then
say in
sees
response-
Revenant and also smiles.
I'll say in response to the queen, the whole decorum comment you made, and I'll just say, well, my last name is King, and we all know King's about to know one.
I will,
Her
I will
eyes
do
that
like
always
a little bow to the king at that. I do a little flourish to the king.
Her eyes that already glow red seem to brighten in intensity at that comment.
Marley says that was such a cool line, but she says it over the link by accident.
Ember blushes.
I was gonna say, you can feel that it felt good to say, too. One of those things
yeah.
that, like, you're confident, you speak your confidence, and it just builds on itself. Like, it's
Confidence is
Over the
contagious.
comms of,
All
like,
emotions
is
are
it getting
contagious.
hot in here?
the queen, who speaks very mechanically in tones. I have demanded that there will be a game today. I much enjoy Revenant's appearances on TV, and so I wished to have him attend. The White Rabbit nods
I
like,
roll.
yes, this makes so much sense. Like, this is perfect. And to sweeten the pot, he interrupts, in order to make sure you all want to play, I have invited these wonderful randoms of Emerald City. And unless you want to play 52 card pickup with their corpses, you will be playing with us. It's not really a question. I'm telling you that you're playing with us. But also to make things interesting, if you lose, of course, you know how this goes off with your heads. So,
Oh yes.
incentive to
everybody
win
dies.
and
Yes,
incentive
yes,
to
get on
play.
with it.
So, out of curiosity, is Alice in Wonderland an actual book in this world, or is
Yes,
this?
it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
These folks are styled after them. There's also a lizard dressed in a three-piece suit standing there. And you note that there are like 4 people standing opposite of your 4. The queen explains, I of course will not be playing. This is for my entertainment. I have selected my 4 players and allowed Revenant to bring in 3 others. It will be 4 versus 4. And the White Rabbit explains, I too will not be playing.
I'll lean over to Raven and be like, I know you said I should read more, but this is ridiculous.
I'm kind of liking it. This is kind of fun. This is a good change of pace.
A
With,
lot of
like,
this has
lasers
been on
shooting at us or something.
a lot of this has been on our terms, and we recognize that, so we will allow you all to choose your opponents that you will be facing on one-on-one extreme flamingo croquet.
Yeah.
First things first. And I'll point straight right at the queen. We win. You let everybody go.
Acceptable.
Immediately.
If you lose your heads.
All right.
Can I also throw in there, like,
What?
Can I also throw in that if we win, I get an interview with you?
White Rabbit's eyebrows perk up. An interview to join us?
No, not join you. Just
No, we're not
Oh.
interested. We're always looking to expand the gang, but we have no
yeah,
need
no.
for serving the media, controlled by the dastardly overlords. He's also a conspiracy.
You're not entirely wrong there, I feel like. All right. So we win, you let everybody go, we lose off with their heads, blah, 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 blah. Let's get it started.
It's fair. Choose your opponents.
who are the
Again,
opponents?
I'm not allowed. The queen is watching. I'm mostly going to be commentating because I'm really good at that. If you didn't. Also, I'm very punctual. Let's watch again.
Are you late all the time?
Not so much anymore. Getting better at it. How dare you? Nice to meet you. Love your outfit. Very pleased to meet you. Your opponents, you've got Alice, you've got Bill the Lizard, you've got our Dormouse. Dormouse, wake up, please. Dormouse, someone kick him. Someone kick the Dormouse. Thank you. Yes, Bill the Lizard, White Rabbit. No, not me. Sorry. Alice, obviously. And the Hatter.
I claim the Hatter.
Uh,
The Hatter smiles deviously and adjusts his hat.
We're all a
Accepted.
little mad here.
Ember, any
I'll take
insights
the
here?
lizard. I will, in my head, reply to Tracker and just say, "Oh no, even if we lose, we're still gonna fight back. It's gonna be fine. Don't worry about it."
Fair enough, yeah.
The rules
Like
are
Marley
Okay.
waits his...
You
What's
okay?
that?
What do you want? I'm waiting for you.
Oh, I was waiting for you. Oh, that's awkward then. I mean, hi, Alice? Fred, your book says that, yeah.
Sure. I guess I got
Okay.
a sleeping dormouse.
Oh, maybe you can ask for a prize so you can scratch his head.
Oh, that would be amazing. What if he could be our new friend? We have more space in the garden.
He looks unfriendly. He's very grumpy. He's just been kicked by the Hatter to wake up.
Would you like to come with us instead of staying with them where you get kicked? We have cookies and cake.
I like these people.
Yeah.
Marley's like, yeah, see, that's why I thought the Dormouse should go to Raven, because Raven really likes adopting little critters, and how's our hedgehog doing?
Great!
She's
She's in control of the whole garden now.
Oh, love that for her. I remember that. I remember there was a hedgehog.
I
there were
forgot.
cats and dogs
Yeah.
that like kept their sentience.
Yes. I
Well,
just can't remember either.
Do you remember what they played croquet with the flamingos with as the ball?
No.
Hedgehogs.
Oh no.
Oh.
They don't have hedgehogs right now. Well, they look like hedgehogs, but they're not
Yeah.
alive. Like, it's clear this is some sort of illusion that the
Okay.
White Hatter or White Rabbit is putting together. He's like, all right, so first up, ooh, let's save Revenant for last, because that's who the Queen really wanted. So we'll start with who is very unimpressive amongst.
It's kind of
You, the
like
very
a-
quiet one that looks like she wants to run away.
Yeah. Hi.
Yeah.
You can call me Tracker.
I don't think I will remember that name. I'm so sorry. You're making like no impression on me. It's
That's so
not
much
trying to
better
offend
for
you.
both of us.
It's fine. It's fine. He claps his hand, and you see that some of the card dressed people, run over and become the croquet targets. They're like arch themselves over to be
Yeah.
swung under. Yeah. One of them goes backwards for it. It looks
mean-
very uncomfortable.
I've seen yoga in the park before. I've tried a session, but didn't quite find my zen.
No, I
It's a
think
different type of
this
yoga in the
is
park.
a park yoga person. I think.
Yeah,
all
oh
have
my
the same
gosh, you were the
uniform on.
instructor. No wonder you're really good with those back bends. Nicest.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. They're just go into their places. They're not complaining. This is like their job to them. Very weird vibes.
Mm. I mean, it's kind of is your job, Marissa, but not as a
Like this.
card croquet thing. We'll help you out.
One of them runs up and hands you a mallet flamingo. It's not like a living flamingo, so it's fine, but it is
Oh, okay.
flamingo mallet. From like a party store is what it looks like.
Right, yeah. So I hit the hedgehog ball with the flamingo mallet.
Through there. Yep, that's all you do. I'm gonna have you do this as a dexterity check.
Okay. In my abilities, I have dexterity 1, so am I just rolling d20 plus 1?
That is correct.
Okay, that's fair.
Unless you have expertise croquet.
No,
No?
I do not.
Let's
That
consider
is
buying
18 on the die though, so 19 total for Marley Tracker to play croquet.
Okay, so
Her
you're each
parents
going to get a
fancy
few
enough
target
that,
points.
like, absolutely has played croquet, like visiting her siblings in the Hamptons. Like, absolutely, she's played croquet before.
Gotcha. Well, I will let you know the way that this is constructed. It will become more difficult as you go. So you may have wasted a roll on a very easy difficulty just now. You are partway through. It is now Alice's swing. Oh dear.
So Alice is
Dear.
better than me?
Oh dear and oh my. She makes it just barely. It clicks off the side of it. And she gives a quick like, yes!
Yeah, good job.
Glares at you.
Sorry. I guess not your vibe. Got it.
Don't patronize me.
Oh. Got it. Marley's also
Be
going
more
to say in her
respectful. I'm
head.
basically a princess.
I mean, you haven't had a coronation though.
I was chosen to be a magical girl who travels into a wonderful wonderland and meets all these wonderful people. Clearly, I am special. Take your turn.
Marley's gonna like. Does Marley get a read off of Alice?
Alice is like fully into this role. Yeah.
Gosh, it's like reading the head of a method actor. All right. Marley like walked into the theater building in college once and walked straight out. Was like, no way, I cannot be in here.
It is. She is. Like, you get like half of an emotional read off of her, basically. There is something going on there.
She's a bit lost in the sauce of this.
A little bit lost in the sauce.
All right, roll again. Oh, that's a low roll. That's just a 5. I really did mix up the dice.
5. Okay, it is
Yeah.
turn.
Oh.
Rolled lower. That's a 4.
Okay.
Let's see. She gets really angry about it. She's like, I'm really good at this. This is supposed to be one of my things that I'm good at. It's very upsetting to not be good at this. And she grows to about 30 feet tall, grabs one of the card people, and tosses him at the bushes.
Oh.
In a rage.
So she tossed the card person, but not her croquet mallet.
Right.
Yeah. Because Marley and
Priorities.
Kate, I guess, know how croquet works. I'm gonna say that Marley knows this game too.
Can I like
Yeah, what
lean
are you
over
gonna
to
do,
the
Ember?
White Rabbit and be like, I think that's against the rules of our agreement.
I don't see how it is. If you win,
These
we let
people
them
aren't
go.
supposed to be in danger until we either win or lose.
You also said we were only playing 52 card pickup if we did not play, and we are playing, which means that the card should be left alone.
Either of you, or yeah, are you? You can roll a persuasion check versus the rabbits.
I would love to.
Okay.
But are we both rolling, or is that
I
how this works?
will allow you each a roll.
Okay.
Sweet.
Choose who goes first amongst yourselves. If he succeeds against one, he'll be guarded more against the other.
You
Okay.
spoke first. Does it?
Yeah, let's go with Travis first.
Okay.
Makes sense to me.
Your persuasion's
Well,
probably
good
higher,
news.
fine.
I rolled a 19 with plus 7, so 26.
26.
Wow.
Goodness. Let's see.
Can I just not roll? Can I just leave it at that?
26? Wow. He's like, I mean, I suppose we implied it, but we never stated it specifically. And what did you get?
Oh. I got a 17.
17. He considers it some more. He doesn't seem swayed by you. He's like, I mean, honestly, I'm getting nothing from you. I don't know what it is. I'm sorry. Why don't you make a strong point? Alice, I'm afraid you are disqualified. Congratulations, Trekker, Tripster,
Sure.
Target, RJ. What's your name?
It doesn't matter. It's
Honestly,
Okay,
I
I'm gonna
agree.
go. It's
Congratulations, you win. Go stand over there, I guess.
Sure, yeah, I'll stand over here. And Marley's going to put herself close to the cards, and while everything else is going on, she's going to tell everyone over the link right now. The rabbit is reading you guys, but can't read me, and I can't read him. I'm gonna see what I can be doing in the background while you play. Best of luck. And Marley's gonna see if, like she did some time ago in the timeline, if she can hijack a little bit of someone else's mind magic.
Ooh.
She's gonna
Who are
try
you
and
trying
free
to
these
tap
cards.
into?
She's
Oh,
trying
the card people.
she's trying to
Make 'em-
help the card people out. Yeah, she's gonna try and help the card people out in the background while they're playing.
Cool. Okay, so next up in the game, who would like to go next? Since you won, I suppose I'll let you decide. Not Revenant, best for last. Sorry, everyone else.
This is natural.
I will bow
Um,
to the king and let the king go to further enhance the annoyance of the queen.
She is steaming.
Sure. Why not? I'll do it.
All right, our lizardy friend. Bill the Lizard versus Ember.
Go easy on me, won't you, Bill?
Oh, I absolutely will not.
I love the accent.
Same.
And he winds up, hits the little hedgehog ball. It actually ricochets off the first one that it goes through and through the next one with his
Oh.
nat 20.
Oh, lovely.
Oh.
As I said, I have
Righty.
no intention on going easy. And
Nice.
he eats a little crumpet that's next to him. Mentally. So flaky.
All right. I roll up my sleeves that I don't have because I'm wearing a tank top. And I
Nice.
will light up my shot in
In the
attempt to
winter.
hit it.
All right.
I'm immune to cold. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm hot.
Marley knows.
So what am I rolling again?
This is just a dexterity check. Just straight up dexterity check.
Lovely.
I have a question. The mind link, is that all of us like in a group chat, or is that like, can I direct mind link with Kate?
No, it's everybody. I mean, it's
Yeah,
to.
okay.
I guess it's to Kate, and then Kate kind of broadcasts it to everyone else. So
So is there a
say you can
delay? Is
quietly-
there like a 3-second delay before it goes live?
I guess it depends on if she's just letting it filter through her.
Maybe, yeah, like, I mean, I'm cool with Marley, and you guys can choose if it's to everyone or just to Marley. I like that. I like giving you a little extra. Yeah, let's
The
say that.
moderator.
You guys can't, like, direct to each other, but you can either direct to me or
That's
everybody.
that's the main thing. It's
Sweet, sweet.
I
I'm
think
just gonna go.
everybody's more
Stop
fun.
staring.
What do you say?
Stop staring.
Oh,
Ember, you feel like you're being watched a lot.
Oh
Are the
no!
card
Raven
people.
got dropped from the group call. I just got distracted by what I was doing with the cards. So
And
sad.
also from the group chat,
Yeah.
what's happening?
I feel like the feeling of watch probably made this not as good as it could be because I only rolled a 19, so I didn't do as good as.
Only a 19.
Only a 19.
All right, you are through with your next one. Bill is actually moving on to his final roll. He sort of curses very politely under his breath as he misses his final shot. Fortunate. So he'll try again next round, his last one. Now it is your turn on the second hole.
You lost the mojo there, Bill, huh? Maybe I'll take it. And I'm going. Another 19. I'm consistent.
You're very consistent. I was about to say keep that up because yeah, it's that will get you the third one. Bill's gonna take the final one. His. Oh, he misses. Again. Like, perhaps you did take my move. Quite unfortunate.
Yeah, you wasted it all in the first shot is what happened.
It is the way it goes.
And then as I go again, I just give a little smirk in the cocky way that Ember is. his very intense confidence. I'll look at Bill the entire time as I take the shot.
What a power move.
Yeah.
You just pointed to the outfield.
You. This one's going way out there. No, that would not be the solution. Like, you do not want
There was
to.
nothing but net.
Don't send it into the dugouts.
your
Not the
poison.
dugouts. Stands. Don't send it
This
out.
time I got a 16.
16. That gets it actually. Final DC. Just a little bit lower than that. So you are able to make it through the last one, and White Rabbit says, "Oh, tisk. Unfortunately, you have beaten Bill to it. That's another win in your column. This is going poorly for the Looking Glass gang. Alas." Next up, Raven.
At least that is me.
I know names. Most names.
My pleasure.
Or Mouse, wake up.
If I get all the way through before he wakes up, I win, right?
I suppose. Someone go kick him, please.
Can I also use my ghost hands, which are precise, subtle, and undetectable, to make sure that I always win?
Yes, you may. You can roll and add your move object for this.
Hell yeah.
Iconic.
Alright, so...
Leo goes and stands next to Tracker, by the way.
So that is a... I gotta do math. 20...
Yeah, that gets it. If it's starting with a 20, it's definitely through. Yeah, so it goes through the first hole perfectly. White Rabbit kind of narrows his eyes at the eerily good shot that was just made. And then Dormouse will hit his, and it goes into the bushes, and then a little hole opens up in the bush and fires it through the hole perfectly as well, using his teleporting powers. And he yawns. 1-1.
Cool.
And now it is your turn once again.
I like how Raven had this power to help all of us, and she didn't.
You know?
I didn't. Okay, above table.
Need the help.
Yeah, above table. I didn't want to take that away from anyone, so I didn't say anything.
You have been giving it to us, actually.
Right?
I was like, if this goes bad, I'll jump in. That's what, I was like the mom role right there. I was like, I'll just do it on their own. And if they need
They
to,
have to
I'll
learn
throw it in.
themselves.
That's exactly what happened. Oh my gosh. Alright, that is not as good. So that one was a 16.
16, that gets through. Poor
Cool.
Mouse cheats once
Can
more
I
with
move?
his teleporting.
Can I move Dormouse's? Can I roll for hitting his out of the way? Because I saw his little teleport move the last time. Can I put like a little tink right at the end to make it like hit the thing and go around it?
Yes, roll me a, no, this is undetectable. It's subtle too.
Yeah.
I'll still have you roll a
Terrible.
sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand. Do I even have that?
I believe in you.
Oh, I do. Oh yes, I do.
On the sheet, but I don't know if you have
I
it.
rolled terrible. I rolled a 5, but I have a +7 in sleight of hand.
Okay, yeah, that's enough to just barely shift the ball away. Whenever he knocks his through the teleport, it should go right through, and it gets stuck, hits the side, and he's like, well, huh. expect
Maybe
that.
a little less sleeping and a little more practicing.
Assume I have
Not
ever
just
played
a-
this game before.
I'll put the flamingo like it's like sitting on my shoulder. Is it an actual flamingo?
No, it's not
said
a-
it was
it's not
a like Party City mallet.
Basically, yeah.
Oh, okay, Party City. Gotcha.
Flamingo
Party
shape.
City or like Spencer's, I don't know. So one of those.
Oh, that's a totally different.
That's
view.
a very different mallet.
I'm gonna look over
Kate
at
versus
Revenant.
Claude there.
Yeah.
dual purpose.
I'm gonna look over at Revenant with the mallet. Maybe we should get some of these.
Maybe you can ask for it as a prize.
All right, and down to the final hole. One last roll.
Okay, I'll walk over and eat one of the tarts. That's probably by the queen. And then be like, all right.
And nods towards you.
Be like,
And-
all right.
Do you
that's-
enjoy my tarts, Revenant?
Your tarts are delicious.
Excellent. I am glad you enjoy my tarts. And what did you get for that roll?
So,
What is
so
happening?
before I tell you my numbers, so I'm doing this one differently. I'm going to exactly copy his first roll with the teleport.
Okay.
Does my teleport work that way, where I can do the same thing, have it hit off and go in, or is that a different teleport?
Yeah, you've got portal teleport, so you could do it.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna do the same thing where I want it to pretty much look just like his, where it goes off the thing, goes into the bushes, comes back out on the other side and goes through. And I got a 23 to do that.
Nice. Yeah,
Gotcha.
that is successful. And once again, it seems that you've won. Very interesting little portal you have there. You know, if I'm ever looking for another dormouse, I will keep you in mind. I could actually see all of you playing a part in the Wonderland gang at some point.
Not on your life.
You can't handle that.
I can be very
Actually-
convincing.
If you put your life on the line, maybe I'll give you the chance. But you have to fight me for it.
I'm not really much for fisticuffs myself. More of a trickstery type. Not as much as Dormouse, as far as tricksters go. But yeah. Well, we've lost 3 in a row now. That's unfortunate. Numbers are not on our side. So what do we say? Since, I mean, honestly, Revenant was the only one I heard about. We just make this last one kind of like the finale, like a double or nothing sort of situation.
What would we
You'd still
get
lose, though.
double out of that?
What indeed? Well, we've been pestering the city for a while. We could take a long break from doing so.
If we can get that in writing.
I'm all out of pens, I'm afraid. Ooh, but if Dormouse promises, he has to do it. There's a secret about Dormouse. But it's his to tell, not mine, sorry.
Well, as long as we get the promise.
So you'll do it?
Sure.
Okay,
Right.
if Revenant loses this match, off with all of your heads. If he wins, we will go away for... let's say like a month. We won't bother anyone in Emerald City.
That's
Our heads are only worth a
equivalent.
month.
Barely.
I'd
I
say,
rounded up.
I'd
Your,
say
your head's worth of February, maybe. I'm just extending it to a normal monthly.
I say, how about instead, it's forever.
Forever. That's an awful long time. Forever. I don't like that.
No, we don't
Marley
like having
said-
our heads on the line, so.
Well, how about this? If we lose,
Mhm.
I will apply to join you.
Ooh.
What are we
Okay.
getting out of the win?
No, I like this. I like where this is
3-0
going.
right
This
now.
is perfect. This is
What are you
perfect.
doing?
On a loss, I will get to do a sort of recruitment drive for Revenant. On a win, The 52 cards remain non-hiccupable. Let the people go, and we take a little break from the city.
Forever.
Not forever. I don't like forever.
Also, Marley says over the group chat, they just become someone else's problem. There's a lot of cities that have a lot less heroes. This doesn't sit right.
How about this then? For 3 months, you don't bother anybody. You guys take a little hiatus.
3 months hiding out in Wonderland, not doing anything?
Workshopping your roles, perfecting your craft, getting better at croquet.
Yeah. Like the alternative is you do get me if we lose.
Revisiting your source material.
It is you versus the Hatter, who I have a lot of faith in. Queen, what do you think? Acceptable.
Off with their heads.
I like Revenant. Revenant likes my tarts. Sure, that's relevant. Why not? Okay.
I want that on a t-shirt.
Final match. Revenant versus the Mad Hatter.
I'm going to hold up my phone like I'm taking a picture, and right, you do see I make it so that tracker can see my phone, and right before I go to the camera, there's a note that says contact Aegis, and then I take a picture. This is gonna go good for a memory, this is our last day. You gotta make some memories about it,
Absolutely. Yep.
All right. If you would like to, you can do the contacting the Aegis, but also I forgot to have you roll what you were trying to do to help break the mental thing. So if you want to roll and add your mental communication rank as the thing to try to shake someone free.
Yes. Mental area communication.
Yeah, so you can actually hit a few people with that. So D20 plus 2, you were trying to break the sort of spell that he has over them.
This is the mental area communication, not like the empathy or the mind reading, because those give me more points.
I will say you could probably use the emotion one.
What's the emotion
Flip
one?
it
Empathy.
and broadcast.
That's from a 2 to a 3. I'll take it.
Okay. There you go.
Okay.
I am so giving like that.
It is a 13 total though. So what can I? Oh wait, hold on. I have hero point. Does a hero point let me re-roll? Okay, I'm gonna
roll,
re-roll.
and then if it's 10 or lower, you add 10.
Sweet. That's a 19 on the die. Plus 3, 22 for
Perfect.
Marley to do some hijacking.
So this is an area. Wait. So this will be single target since you're not using the area thing.
It's an area effect. Burst area, 30 feet radius sphere.
Oh, okay. I thought that was the other one, the communication. So for the mental one,
Communication is 1 mile. Do I need a full mile, or can I get everyone within 30 feet?
I'll say there's some people on the edge that might not make it in with 30, but 30 should be the majority. So that roll is enough to where you can feel that the people kind of like shake the influence of what's going on slightly, because what emotion are you instilling upon them?
I'm going to pull channel Ember's confidence and put it to them, but also with tracker Marley's cautiousness. So they'd be getting that mix of confidence and that they can break out, but the cautious of keep a low profile.
Ooh. Okay.
I was gonna say, if they're just getting my confidence, they're gonna try right now. Like
They swarm the queen.
No, confidence. Yeah, the confidence to make their minds
Like
their
not
own,
be a
but
follower, but yeah, and then.
but Marley's
that.
cautiousness of stay low key with this. Like
That
you're
makes-
out, but keep business as usual unless you gotta defend yourself.
That That makes perfect sense to me. We move on to the Hatter versus Revenant. If
How
you
does he get
don't
to go
mind, Revenant, I would like to go first.
Can I assist?
The
Ooh.
Hatter's going first. Well, potentially when it gets to Revenant's turn. The Hatter dusts himself off, picks up the croquet mallet, kind of sets it on his shoulder like this, and he's like, "Oh!" And he pulls another hat out of his jacket. Then he throws it at Revenant. He's making an attack on you.
Can I use a hero point and go incorporeal? As a reaction?
I'm gonna say no on
Okay.
that since hero point. Yeah, it's usually during your turn stuff. Does a we'll have to hit with this. Does a 25 hit your dodge plus 10?
Oh no, not at all. Not even close. Yeah,
Oh,
totally.
no. It does? Okay. So, what
Can I
happens?
interpose?
You can. So you jump in the way, you are immediately... you will resist with a dodge check. We're aiming for DC 20. Roll and add your dodge.
Lovely.
Then I get to describe what this looks like.
Oh, that's gonna be fun. It's a 19 total.
Ooh, okay. Just fails by 1. So 1 degree of failure. What happens is, this tiny little hat he throws at you, it's like, this size. As it gets
Oh,
near
I
Travis...
got this +5 circumstance in the chat that I just saw in there.
Oh no, okay, cool. So
Maybe
you
it's
can
hard to
apply
give
that.
Ember +5 circumstance
Heck
bonus.
yeah.
All right. So what happens is, as this flies towards Travis,
Thank you for that.
it's close and
The real
expands like it's gonna go over his head. His hat, like flies up, opens up to where it's huge, like it's gonna swallow up his head. And Ember, you jump in the way, and you're able to basically just like rip the hat in half before it closes. It looked like it was gonna just close on his head, to make him unable to see or act. Yeah, so you shred right through it, and the Hatter shakes his head. I feel like that's interfering.
There was no rule against it.
There was no rule against it. Agreed.
We're also stopping from your interfering. If that hadn't happened, then your interference would have been the interfering instead.
Oh no, it's 1-on-1. It's fine. For my first turn, I threw a thing instead of hitting the croquet. That's perfectly allowed.
These are just different croquet rules that I'm used to, is all.
Yeah, you're probably thinking Canadian croquet. I think they call hockey.
Sure. That must
been a
be
while.
it. Of course.
Well,
You're from the
Revenant,
After all.
go ahead and take your turn.
All right.
And
I'll
as you
kind of look
turn,
at the Mad Hatter and go, that was bad form, sir.
and as you turn to see your target, there's the one person like leaned over to be what you're aiming to go under.
Yeah.
There is suddenly a second one nearby it. Like once you look up, there's 2 of them. The Hatter's like, "Oh, choose carefully."
I would like to assist in this and teleport in whichever one is the correct one. I don't know how
You
to
will
tell
have
to
you
roll
about that.
Can I do a perception check to figure out which one's the correct one?
Yes, you may.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm going to
believe
keep
me,
that other roll because...
This is
I
an
rolled-
illusion.
Perception, that is a 16.
16. Actually. Oh, this is a weird one. Sorry, his illusions are resisted by will. Add your will instead of your perception.
Oh,
Ooh,
weird. Okay, hold on, let me scroll.
that's fun.
He has a
Oh.
strange.
So that makes that a
because he's putting the illusion in your brain instead of making it visible.
That makes it a 23.
23. Well, phew, he probably should not have made it will resistible. Yes, as you focus on it, you can the other one kind of fades, and you know which one is the real target.
Okay, and my croquet hit was a natural 20.
Natural 20. Okay. So what I did for the other person's natural 20 was allow it to go through 2 of the holes.
Woohoo!
This puts the Hatter 3 holes behind you, unfortunately for him. Yeah, so it goes through. Does Raven still assist?
No, Raven sees that's all under control. It doesn't do anything.
I'll look at the Mad Hatter and go, what you fail to realize is I had to play this a lot as a child.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Under unique skills on the character sheet, it's croquet.
Yeah, it's croquet. Who knew?
Yeah.
Croquet
Croquet
and
and
me.
meat.
Croquet opponents.
Plus
What?
15 to croquet. Yeah.
So specific, but so important. Yeah,
Yeah.
so you get through 2. The Hatter looks to his compatriots. Do we just let loose and attack them? Because I don't think I can win this. The White Rabbit's like, Hatter, you're speaking very loudly. They know what you're... Hatter, take your turn. Hatter goes and makes the first hole perfectly. And he's like, but look, we're still gonna be 2 behind unless... It's fine. It's fine. Revenant, take your maybe final swing.
Okay. You said that's adding dex to it, right?
Correctamundo.
So it's 18 plus 3, so 21.
21, you get the 3rd one.
Woohoo!
And the White Rabbit is, shakes his head. I'll be honest, I don't know why we thought the scheme would be anything. It was the Queen's idea, and I do like to, humor her. So no recruitment for us, that's very sad. Oh, and the people shake off the influence that they had actually already beaten. And stop being croquet targets. Aegis comes bursting through the hedges. There's like this pause because they burst through, and the Looking Glass gang is like,
Well,
all right, Dormouse, and he opens a portal, and they all just like run to it. See you in 3 months, I suppose. Yeah.
Yep. Have a good
What were we
vacation.
doing? And the park goes back to normal. Aegis looks around. Everyone, the 52 random Emerald City citizens, are fine. Amongst them is a reporter that was supposed to be meeting with Revenant today. So Caleb Gardner is a bit shaken. Why does weird stuff always happen here? Is what I want to know.
It keeps life spicy.
Revenant, can we reschedule?
Definitely.
Like, okay. I'm so sorry. I'll have someone reach out to you by email. This has been a day. This doesn't even fit me very well.
You
it's
are very
uncomfortable.
limber, though.
I'm not, is the problem. I'm definitely going to have to set up physical therapy. I think I've injured a thing. Not as spry as I used to be. Well, thank you. And as you all check on everyone in this weird circumstance that popped up and blew over immediately after a weird croquet match, we cut back to much more dire situation. Mecha Ochre, you've continued your way through. The spears from the sky have continued raining down as you get closer, and off panel, you have taken quite a few hits from it. Your armor is cracked, damaged. You've fought waves and waves. If you want to describe some of the super cool action that took place as you took down like waves of these people, it's become just like a slog of you having to endure waves of them.
Yeah, I think that deciding to run as quickly as I can to the orb was a mistake because coming across the first 2 or 3 groups of these shadowy figures was really tough. Not as easy as the first group, and I thought after the third one, I was kind of out. I was winded, and thankfully one of those orbs actually hit a group of them and took them out. Gave me a breather, and I just kept going, trying to jump out of the way and dodge as many as these things. But you'll see I've got a big gash on the right side where a shoulder plate used to be, and it's an unusual kind of a break because my armor is pieced together by kind of like nanobots. So where these scorches are actually nanobots that no longer function, and you can see a lot of these gashes in my armor, and in my visor there is just red blinky lights going on everywhere. And
you've been getting an alert that like armor compromised, like it's
right.
yeah. And the rest of the squad have checked in on you. They're like, hey, like your vitals they seem fine for now, but you're like the integrity of your suit, your systems are starting to really go south.
And I say, Magenta, Mom, I'm fine. I'm gonna keep going. You guys do what you do. I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do. And I just find some more inner strength and just soldier on. And I'm just making my way as fast as I can to get to this orb.
And you catch on pretty quickly that like you've gone through these waves, you're getting closer to the thing, to your target. But unfortunately, you can tell that like there's more coming from behind you now too. Like once you get there, you're going to be swarmed. You have time to get the device that you need where it needs to go, but then you're going to have to stand and fight because unless this thing eradicates all of them, you're going to be very heavily outnumbered. And it's through the back and forth from Mecha Squad and Max and Tesla. They've it's gotten quieter. Like they know that things are not good for you.
And I make my way to the orb, and I pretty much know what I need to do. And I say, hey gang, chocolate chip cookies without me, huh? And I walk up to where I think I'm supposed to be, and I put this box down, and I activate it.
And Silver, ever the more stoic figure of the bunch, like he's nurturing on a one-on-one basis. Whenever it's mission time, he sticks to it, and he's like, "This is big, Gabe. This is going to be one of our biggest steps to taking down the Lord of Shadows once and for all."
I got this.
Chocolate Chip Night's not going to be as good without you. Sure. And you can tell he's kind of holding back tears on this one, which you've never really heard him break. And then he's like, "You did good work as always." And you can hear the device kind of powering up. You've actually protected it really well through all the chaos you've done. It looks like it's performing as it's supposed to. It kind of powers up. See Cole, the lieutenant of this Lord of Shadows that you've been fighting for all these years. One of his lieutenants like charging towards you now, trying to like get through the mass of others that are running in your direction. And just as he approaches, you hear your line, like, if anyone's trying to contact you now, it's shut down. Like either you've lost the power to it or this thing is giving interference to it now. So like, will not be hearing from Mecha Squad seemingly ever again. And it whirs to life. Suddenly a bright light kind of eclipses everything around you. It's hot, it's loud, the light engulfs. You see them, all of the shadow figures running towards you kind of melt away except for Cole, who like reaches you just as everything kind of goes completely white. Your vision is gone. You were expecting a ton of pain or something, and it's a very disorienting feeling, like you've fallen, or that you've been thrown really high. It's a very confusing feeling, and as your vision kind of comes back in, you don't see Cole in front of you anymore. You're in a park, and the day is bright. Things look sunny. Revenant, I forgot to to point out. I assume you took during the croquet thing. Did you take on your Revenant form for this?
Yeah.
Press the queen. So, Mecha Ochre, you kind of are standing now out in the open. Your armor has completely failed. You can tell that the power system has been like disconnected from its remote source, and there are other people standing around. It looks like there was a big gathering here potentially. There are figures standing there, decked out, kind of super heroic looking. You see a domino masked young woman. You see Ember. What does your uniform look like, if anything? Kind of just
Right
heat
now
up.
he's wearing street clothes because he was going to the dentist. So he just got on what looked to be workout gear. He's got on a tank top and like basketball shorts
In the middle of
and
winter.
He's
Oh,
yeah.
gosh.
It's just a flex. Raven, what did you look like for this?
Oh, I don't hear
Oh,
Shannon.
I think you're muted.
Yeah, she muted.
I am.
It's not on
That's
me.
to protect it. Yeah, it was to protect everybody. As I scammer away at my keyboard. Raven was wearing her traditional super suit for this whole thing, so it's similar to what I've got on. It's like black with lace and little red pinstripes going through. One arm clear, and Raven's about 5'7". And probably, if we're just cleaning up after this mess, probably just wandering, making sure everybody's getting out, clear.
And so you see those three, and then as you're trying to get your bearings and everything, talking to like a uniformed man, someone turns, and you see the familiar mask of Revenant, Lord of Shadows, looking back at you.
And I look and at the realization that one of Mecha Squad's arch enemies is standing before me. I say to myself, kind of with a deep sigh, "Damn!" And then I'm gonna go attack him.
And that is where we will stop for tonight, as our new friend, maybe, Mecha Ochre, has traveled through the Looking Glass into our Emerald City. That is where we will end. All the heroes in this get a PowerPoint. Thank you so much for playing. That was episode 1. The journey will definitely continue as Mecha Ochre gets to acclimate to a new world and or beat up one of our other heroes. I guess we'll see.
All of the above.
All of the above. Kate, is there any other?
Yeah, I'd love for. Let's go with the order that's on screen, which I can help call out. If you guys want to just say a little bit more about who you are, where you can be found on the interwebs, I'll give you guys your commands, and then we'll rate ourselves out. But anything that you want to promote for yourselves, now is the time. Claude, kick us off.
I have been the GM, Claude, aka Curly Insane Guy _ on Threads. I'm also on Blue Sky without the underscore over there. I talk about comic books, and I talk about Mutants and Masterminds and other TTRPGs. So give me a follow if you want to hear me blab about stuff.
Amazing. Jackie.
Oh, me. Oh my gosh. Hey, it's been wonderful playing with all of you. I am I think one of the rookies of the team. Obviously, you can by these folks and how well they conduct themselves, and I'm starting up a channel. You can find me on Tiny Brick Place, and I'm going to be putting a whole lot of fun Lego stuff there. I'm a musician. We did just release a third song on the Apple Musics and Spotify. You can search for the 629s, find our music there. Otherwise, yeah, this has been a blast tonight. Looking forward to seeing you all and you all out in the audience soon.
Thank you so much, Extell. And also, yeah, definitely,
hello.
Jackie, give me some links I can drop in your bio. Sorry, Extell.
You're all good. Hello, everybody. I'm Extell. You can find me at Extra the King on all the socials. Let's see. There's a lot of stuff I got going on. I'm the social media manager for Take Your Roll, on which I'd like to plug that we are hosting a charity event for those affected by the fires out in California, which is where I live. I've not been affected by the fires, but there are a lot of people here who have been, and we're hosting some events on our channel, and we're letting people host events on their own channel. However you want to help up, you can go to Tales from at TFTT, I believe it is, on Blue Sky or Threads, and you can find the sign up form there if you'd like to join in. Let's see. Me personally, I play the game Path of the Fates on the same channel, which is a Star Wars game that we play every other Saturday using Force and Destiny. It's every Saturday, but there's 2 tables, Sith and Jedi. It's a great time. I'm a Sith. Come by and watch me be evil. If you like Ember being the hero, you'll definitely love Ronin, or as I learned today, it should be pronounced Ronin. And it's a great time. There's a lot more stuff I got going on. I'm gonna start playing. You can hire me to run games for you. I have a vampire game up there now. I have a werewolf game up there as well. Actually, I think I gotta renew it because they do the whole thing where they take it down after a certain amount of days. But there's a lot more stuff. You can follow me on socials to find out. I don't want to take up too much time. But yeah, that's who I am.
Amazing. Thank you. Take up all the time you want. But if you're done, I will pass it to Grant.
I am good.
Hey everyone, my name's Grant. You can find me at Nerdith at most of the socials out there. Huge nerd, so if you want to just talk nerd stuff, feel free. I'm always open to chats. Other than that, that's pretty much it.
All right, then tossing it to Shannon.
Hi, I'm Shannon. I am Imagine If in most places. You can also find my channel, Imagine If Media, on Twitch, where I host the Creator Spotlight. And that is on Tuesdays. We do that, generally the first Tuesday of the month, where we highlight creators from all over this wonderful space. I do Challenge Accepted also on Monday over there. I co-host that, and we discuss all sorts of cool things about game development and working on our own games while we're doing that as well. And you can also find me. I'll be starting co-GMing on High XP Society, which is a new channel that's coming out that's for over 40 femme presenting queer and a whole bunch of other stuff. And so we'll be doing triangle agency on there, co-jamming. And I'm also doing a stream for the fires, but I don't have that information. So you're gonna have to go to the nice little link that Kate lovingly dropped into the chat to find that out. And yeah, and I love playing with this phenomenal crew. And thank you, Green Ronin.
Yes.
Absolutely. Thank you, Green Ronin. I am Kate, aka Kate the Great Cosplays, and also don't kill my character. I run the channel, but it would be nothing without all these incredible people who are on it and work on it with me. So thank you all so much for that. Thank you to Green Ronin for your support of this stream as well. If you want to see more stuff from Don't Kill My Character, this show, Superhero Shenanigans, is going to be live every other Wednesday at the same time, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. And like Claude said at the top of the show, it is a rotating cast of heroes. So next episode, you will see some familiar faces from this one and some new faces, and we'll have that dropping in and out. If you want to be the first to know what casts are going to be on what shows and what our schedule is, jump into our Discord. That's why I drop all that information first. We also have a Delta Green show coming up. It'll be alternating Saturdays starting February 8th. It is the Pink Flumpy Club, who you might remember as the very chaotic game where they played a bunch of familiars and totally broke my channel's family-friendly rating. It was delightful and crazy and very funny. And Juicy was like, let's take this high comedy group and put them in a psychological horror situation. And we all said, absolutely yes. So Delta Green coming up on the channel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We also have Warped FM. We're going to be playing February 18th. That is a game created by Jordan of Goose Poop Games, and we're going to be one of the first to play it. Very excited for that. It is a podcast-themed game, so I cast people who do podcasts and interviews. So Ale and Mariah from Table Talk Girlies, Joe of New Age Geeks, who does the investigation check interview over there, and myself, because I just really like to be included. And also Jordan is playing that game with us, so it's going to be a great cast, and me there too. And with that, we are also going to raid out tonight into New Age Geeks. They are currently streaming Queer and Present Danger, and some of their casts were in our chat before. Thank you so much, cast. Thank you so much, characters. Thank you for being here tonight and supporting this show and listening to our stories. And there are always more stories to tell. So we'll see you again soon. Goodbye.
Good night.
Bye.